dealer and get away with an awesome deal only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Don.
One day you're not going to play football anymore. And if there's a God up above, it'll be soon.
Hahn.
Huge? No. But big? Yeah.
And Rosenberg.
I didn't listen to anything you just said.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3:04 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 o'clock. A full frontal 4 hours.
Good Lord.
Of sports talk with you.
I zero respect for what we're attempting to do. Zero respect. For
You know
Michael
why?
King.
You know why? It happened right in front of him. Happened right in front of him.
They threw it. They couldn't let go.
Just
of each
couldn't
other.
stop.
Yeah.
2:59:58.
What I took from it was, you know what? 2/3 of the show is on. What do we care?
Touche.
All right, we're spilling into the 3 o'clock hour, but Alan and I were
And Michael was
involved.
invited to stay, and what did he do? Got right up
He
and
got
left.
right up and left.
Well, and by the way,
Happy
Michael,
Thanksgiving and bang.
Michael
Gone.
is
He gone.
Tell me this isn't the most typical Michael thing ever. I arrived here. I got stopped because one of our big executives' family is here.
Yep.
And I happen to have a personal relationship with them, so I stopped and was saying hello to the family. And that took about 5 minutes. Then Alan comes out, blah, blah, and then I see you guys going to go on the air. And then I see Anthony, and he goes, hey, the guys are going on with Michael. Michael said, what was the quote about if Michael, what did Michael say about me coming on the air?
It wasn't I'm good.
What was it?
I think he said if he wants.
He was like, oh, and if he wants.
Did he give you an I'm all set?
So he basically said, if he wants, sure. But like he asked,
Well,
Anthony made it sound like he asked for
That's-
Don and Alan because he saw you guys.
No.
No, he walked in the room.
No, he walked. I'm going to tell you exactly how it went down.
Okay. Truth, please.
We were in John's office, our pinhead suit, having lunch.
Was John there?
John was there.
Okay.
Jacob was there. Anthony was there. Mike Brownshire was there. So they can all confirm this story.
People from other networks were there.
Sure. Michael came in and requested the presence of Alan. He's like, would you like to come on? And Alan looked at his food, kind of processed.
Did he really feel like doing
and
this?
then he said, yeah, sure.
That is not what happened.
That's exactly what
I
happened.
Well, by the
didn't
way,
I didn't look at my food.
No, but
That's
you,
reasonable.
No, but you
I
were
said
about
sure.
to eat, and you're like, oh,
I said sure.
no, you did say sure.
Hold on, but don't get defensive. You're telling us you didn't have a thought where you went, I might rather just sit here for another 10 minutes and eat my
Right,
lunch.
it was already like 47.
I mean, we're about to talk for 4 hours.
And
I'm
so
good.
we're eating.
I was ready
All
to go.
Right,
All right.
But he was ready to go.
Okay.
But he was just about
Processing.
to eat.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then as Michael's leaving the room,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, and Don, if you want to come too.
Direct quote?
Yes. So I believe that if I were not in the room like you,
Yes.
it would have gone down the exact same way for both of us. I think he wanted Alan. He felt bad that he wasn't asking me, and then just threw me the token invitation that he didn't have to throw to you because you weren't in the room.
So let me ask you a question then. Why didn't you say, you know what, I'm good? That's the only question. See, Alan, this is where it gets to the crux, the love. Because why didn't Don just go, yeah, I'm all set. I'm going to sit here. You obviously didn't want me. You wanted Nick, probably some Nick talk with Alan.
Yep.
And now he threw you a bone, and you took it. Why didn't you say, you know what, take your scraps and shove them up your ace?
What happened is that Alan goes in,
Yeah.
and they're talking Knicks. I finished up what I was doing, and then I came in a little bit later on.
And no more Knicks.
You finished the Nick conversation, and then you proceeded to make fun of me.
Well, he asked me a question.
And so,
All right,
Well,
you
because
wanna-
all of a sudden it's like, how are you handling Don's ego?
Yeah, well-
He's a star now. So
Michael was asking that?
Yeah.
And how would you respond?
I'd probably play along with it in some way. That's as one
Which
is
is
wont
which
to
is
do.
what which is what I did.
the
You played
point
the-
of the
played the game.
conversation
And
is
no one
this
believed
was
it?
only an Alan ask.
Got it. And
All
you
right.
you piggybacked.
If I was with you, then both of us would have been out.
And you're saying I actually made the right choice. You're saying to sit and enjoy my lunch like a gentleman.
Yes.
Because Alan got me some delicious chicken salad from
But-
Trader Joe's.
With what in it?
Cranberry,
And
mayo,
delicious.
celery.
Yeah, it was really
By the
good.
way, you want to know?
It
What
had
was
a
it,
little
like
crunch.
14 cents?
No, you want. By the way, do you want to know the kind of shape that Alan Hahn is in? You see
I
how
see it
thin
every
this
day.
man is and how good in shape he is? You eat that whole thing as your lunch?
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing.
Whole thing.
Don, do you know how many calories are in one serving of this thing?
How many?
350.
That's it.
Do you know how many, hold on. Do you know how many servings are in the thing?
The 2?
Alan's eyes just
I never looked at it.
But no, don't look at it because you're doing great. It doesn't matter. I need to worry about this stuff. You're tall drink of water.
3?
3 servings. He's doing 1,000 calories worth of chicken salad.
Oh, but that's
light.
That's fine.
But he's
it's lunch.
Yeah, well, listen, he can
No,
handle it.
because look, that's what I'm saying. Look at this
Any
guy.
bread?
No bread.
No bread.
No
All
bread.
Right. Any other unnecessary?
Well, no, you have some crackers with it.
I mean, what are they? It's air.
I don't.
Crackers.
Those Ritz crackers are not air. They got some delicious
Those
butter,
aren't
salt.
Ritz. As we know, those aren't Ritz.
Oh, those are not Ritz. They're
Those
Trader
are
Joe's fake Ritz. They're Trits.
Trits.
Anyways, it was delightful. I enjoyed
They're
it.
Fritz crackers.
I missed you guys. I hope. But the whole point of it all was after that, where Michael clearly didn't care if I was on the air with him. He sees me. Our executive Steve is standing right there, and he says to me, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Good friend. Thanks for coming on.
Well, that's how he plays it.
Well, why does he
He's
have to do
always
that?
going to spin it to make you feel bad when he had no intention of talking to you first.
Yeah, he's the one who didn't even want you there, and then he also will make you feel bad. That's the kind of maniac this man is.
Yeah.
He could go choke on it.
I think it's just all in fun.
But he's still deranged. It is all in fun, but he's deranged. Can't both be true.
Well,
Yes,
you
both
talk about deranged. He's asking Don about the gig now that you're doing this show and now you're also doing games. And Michael making it clear, like, what I did for 20 years. Do you see how hard it is now? And Don was just going through what he does on a daily basis. And then Michael said, Why do you go to the morning skate? It's Tonka trucks. You don't have to go to that.
How does
and it's
he
almost
know?
like he's trying to get Don to back off a little. Like, you know what? Maybe Michael's right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't go to the morning
Like,
skate.
all of a sudden-
and that's when I stepped in. I said, hang on a second.
He did. He stepped in.
This guy's developing credibility. He's doing the right thing. Don't start talking him out of doing things. He should be at everything.
Get your bag.
Get your bag.
It was that moment,
Get
like
your
an
chicken.
airplane, when the wife, he never has a second cup of coffee at home. I started thinking, why do I go to the morning skate?
Yeah.
Boy, it would really save a lot of time.
No.
And then Alan jumped in, no.
Well, no, but you know why? Because
Don't you dare.
Michael's been around the team for 30-some years. And when he decides to show up before a game, if he wants to go down to the field and walk around, it's like him doing everyone else a favor. Hey, how
That
you
is
doing?
true.
Shake some hands, kiss some babies.
People are getting more out of meeting him than vice versa.
right. It's like, he's here. Oh, he's here. Wait, he's here.
It doesn't matter.
This must be a big game.
No, but by the way, speaking of Don's work, let's go. Let's go back to last night. MSG Networks. Turn on my audio.
This is the ending, right?
Big face-off, an exciting one down.
And they win.
A huge one-timer by Raymond and a save by Marshall. Raymond gets it back, can't get it through. To break it with a shot blocked in front. .7, it's over. Oh my. The Devils hold on. Put a pitchfork in this one. Kenny's rocking back and forth, Bryce. He's banging into me up here.
What happened with that?
Because there was some fighting going on after
Yeah,
the
where's
game,
the-
and Kenny was really into it.
Where is where's the call of the fisticuffs that happened at the end? Do we have that?
I don't think we have that. I don't see it on
Oh,
the
you called the fight too?
Yeah, I think we can get. No. It's great because the joy in Don's voice, because he's getting to call like a Donnybrook, like this is line brawl happening at the end of a game. Like this is old school. This is old time hockey.
Did you get to call
Eddie
some
Shore.
lefts and rights and actual punches?
Didn't get that far, right?
No, but it was at the end of the game. It was just weird. It's just
Well, especially who it was.
Lucas Raymond's getting beat up. It was just to see guys like DeBrincat and Raymond and Bratt, like the stars of the
But
team,
it's like Larkin.
fighting each other.
It was-
Larkin's there. It was pretty.
It was
incredible.
odd, but the joy in Don's voice, because it was an old time hockey moment, line brawl, end of a game, of a feisty finish. And then, of course, you have Dano, who probably was just climbing out of the booth.
Yeah, as he's talking, he's just swaying back and forth. So we reenacted it in the post game a little bit later on.
That's great.
But quickly, since we're on the subject of the Devils, I spent a really cool afternoon today. One of my players on my fall baseball team, that was Marco's team that I managed, has overcome cancer, and he is going to be part of the Hockey Fights Cancer game that the Devils play against the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday.
That's great.
So they had him go to the facility today, had him sign a one-day contract with Martin Brodeur, got to talk to the players. Sheldon Keefe addressed him, gave him a jersey, got to talk to all of the players. All the players hockey players are great. And he got to skate with them in practice and score some goals, and because he's a hockey player too. So want to shout out the Devils for doing that. That
is awesome.
Pretty amazing. He's only 7 years old, and he's gone through a lot, but he's doing well. So
That's the best
I was
news.
invited there because I had a chance to coach him, and his dad His dad Dan, his mom Jean were there. His two sisters, and it was quite the day. So good job out of the Devils doing that. Hockey Fight Scans are coming up on Saturday when they take on the Philadelphia Flyers.
Wait. We do have.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's
All
hear
right, here's the full call. This is the end final call and the fight.
Big face-off, an exciting one, Dan. And they win. Oh, a huge one-timer by Raymond and a save by Marshall. Raymond gets it back, can't get it through. To break it with a shot blocked in front. .7, it's over. Oh, my. The Devils hold on. Put a pitchfork in this one. Van Riemsdyk trying to go after a Devil in front of the net.
No, that's Larkin and Mercer now. Van Riemsdyk and Siegenthaler, they've been battling the whole time. But wow.
Finally, the Devils get to celebrate the win. Kenny's rocking back and forth, Bryce. He's banging into me up here. Kenny wanted a piece of somebody.
Oh, yeah, he was going to. Oh, right there. Good chance off the draw to DeBrincat. And our Raymond, excuse me. And then another chance. But look at the desperation from the Devils in front. Lawrence Sider can't get a shot. And then you-know-what broke out is, I guess both these teams realize, the importance of this game. Certainly a divisional, or not a divisional, but a conference opponent, and all these points matter. And the Devils found a way, but again, then it got a little nasty, and we love that. It's part of it because both teams care. But like I said, Bryce,
are we missing something?
Yeah, it's all right. That's,
all right.
We
well, we're missing the part where all of a sudden there's fights breaking out all over the ice.
Because it was right after the clock zeroed.
Like, you got to hear him. Like, he's just...
And he went right into the zone.
So,
in the zone.
I'm going to find it.
But anyway.
It was a fun call.
So it was cool. But there's a couple of jumping off points for the show today. We've got the finalists or that could be considered for the Hall of Fame that'll be determined just before the Super Bowl coming up. And, of course, Eli Manning, his second kick at the can. But the thing that's really got people talking in New York today is actually a conversation that Hal Steinbrenner had with the media yesterday, which we talked about a little bit. It was more focused on the Mets because they made the trade with Nimmo and the conversations that David Stearns had with the media. But this is the quote that's got people going crazy in New York today from Hal Steinbrenner yesterday when he was asked by John Heyman if he makes a profit with the Yankees.
I'm assuming you make a profit. Is that fair as well?
No, it's not fair, actually. So
you take a loss?
Don't want to get into it. But that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement. Everybody wants to talk about revenues. They need to talk about our expenses, including the $100 million expense to the city of New York that we have to pay every February 1st, including the COVID year. So it all starts to add up in a hurry. Nobody spends more money, I don't believe, on player development, scouting, performance science. So these all start to add up, John. And if you want to go look at the revenues, you got to somehow try to figure out the expense side as well. You might be surprised.
Now, I don't want to speak for our audience, but our audience is New York. And listening to other shows today, that was not taken well by the Yankee fans.
Why?
Because they believe that the Yankees have the ability to spend more money, and it looks foolish that Hal Steinbrenner is now crying poverty when he's got a franchise that's worth north of $10 billion. The Los Angeles Lakers sold for $10 billion. So I would think if the Yankees sold, they probably would go for anywhere between $12 and $15 billion. Mm-hmm. And that Hal Steinbrenner prints money. And how dare he talk about there being a budget? How dare he talk about the possibility of losing money? But whether he loses money or not is something we'll never be able to determine. They don't open the books. But when a fan complains about something like that, to me, it comes across as, well, winning is supposed to be the most important thing in the world. He should lose money to win. George would lose money to win. So why obviously profit's more important than winning? Well, I would say this. If profit was more important than winning, wouldn't he sell the team? If he didn't care about winning, wouldn't he take his $15 billion and go home?
Sell him more stakes so that he would not be a majority owner anymore. This is a legacy. Not, we use mom and pop because it's the best way to describe it. Obviously, it's not, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it is the biggest brand in North American sports. There's no arguing it. It's the biggest brand in North American sports, the most recognizable brand internationally that you'll see in sports. So this is a brand that goes beyond corporately owned and all that stuff. But I don't understand what do people not understand. He said, would it be ideal? Yes. Will it happen? No. Doesn't that right there, just isolate that alone, because he knows we want to field a team that we know can win a championship or believe can win a championship. So he knows I have to keep doing this. So when fans, anybody that's criticizing him about how much he spends, just because he says, would it be ideal to lower it? Of course it would. Will we? No, we will not. What else is there to say? Where's the criticism? He just told you it would be the right thing to do, but we're not doing it.
Because they don't have the highest payroll. They have the third highest payroll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Top 3 is still pretty damn good.
I agree.
Should be good enough to win a championship.
I completely agree with that.
So I don't understand the criticism now. It makes no sense.
But
you're criticizing the wrong person.
But he's getting it. Because the fans feel like he doesn't want to win like George. George would have lost money.
He spends more than George ever did.
Because here's the. I feel like I've got to educate people on George Steinbrenner, because the people that say what would George do are people that weren't old enough to remember.
It's the wrong. Yeah, they're remembering
George.
George
Wanted to win, as Hal wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
But George lived in an era where, in order to make money, you had to win, because you were not going to fill the building unless you won. You weren't going to get the ratings unless you won. You weren't going to be able to charge $13 for a beer unless you won.
Yep.
So he tried to win, but he wanted to turn a profit. Would he be willing to lose hundreds of millions of dollars to win a championship? The fans seem to think so, but I look back, and he's threatening to move to New Jersey because nobody was coming to Yankee Stadium. He was trying to win because at that time, it wasn't just good enough to be the Yankees and just print money, because a lot of people didn't go to the ballpark back then. When they were losing and the Mets were dominating New York because they were winning a World Series and the Yankees weren't, the Mets were drawing more, the Mets were making more, and he didn't want that to happen anymore. But it all came because he wanted to win, because winning was going to make him money. So I think he still wanted to turn a profit. What businessman wouldn't want to turn a profit? Right? I mean, you want to do everything you can to win, but you also want to make money. And also, Hal and his family own 55%. So you've got 45% of the franchise that, like, hey, I wanted a return on my investment. I'd love the ring too, but I also want to make sure I get a return on my investment.
Right.
You think that 45% of the shareholders want to lose money en route to a championship, or would they be happy to be competitive and still make money in their pocket?
Especially if you're not winning championships. So each year, my investment is not turning a profit.
Right.
And I'm also not getting the benefit of, but we're winning. We have championships. We have the prestige of that. I do think you're going to get that pressure from those people, but pressure from the fans?
But you know what the money gives you?
Who are you to tell him? Like,
right.
He spends among the most of any owner in the sport.
And the two teams that spend more, the Dodgers, who've got a bunch of billionaire owners, right? And then you've got the Mets, who are owned by Cohen, who's sitting on $16 billion of hedge fund money that he can dip into. Rumors are that since he's owned the Mets, he's lost more than $200 million. First of all, $200 million to him is nothing.
Which is crazy.
Right? It's mad money to him. And he can dip into his wealth because it's a toy. Right? To Steve Cohen, the Mets are a toy.
Not a business.
To the Yankees, it's their business. Yep. It's who they are. It's how they make money. That's why mom and pop, even though it sounds silly, is what it is, because that's how they make their money. He's not sitting on $16 billion of hedge fund money that he can dip into anytime he wants. And yet still the Yankees win every year. They're competitive every year. They put the best product they can on the field. You want to complain about the fact that the money isn't being spent well.
Well, that you just don't like the way they do things.
Well, yeah, that's
not about
fine.
the dollar spent.
But don't go after Hal. He's got the third highest payroll. And if you're telling me, well, then it's got to be higher to win, then what are you saying, Yankee fans? You want to buy a championship? Or we don't have this conversation in any other sport. When we kill the Mets and Yankees, when we kill the Jets and Giants, it's not about money.
But they have a cap.
It's about their incompetence.
Yes.
When we complain about the Knicks or the Rangers, or we complain
they have a cap.
about anybody else, it's because they're not doing the job because they've got a cap. Baseball, because there's no cap, is the only sport we're talking about. Go out and spend more money. $319 million should be more than enough to win, so the complaints really should be about how they're spending the money, not Hal saying that he's cheap or he doesn't care about winning.
And you know what bothered me, though, Donnie, is that anytime we talk about the dynasty era of the late 90s, the criticism that is in return of those teams was, well, you just outspent everybody. You just bought those championships. It's so easy when you can do that and you can take from poor teams like the Royals and other teams that didn't want to spend, and you take their players and you win championships because you have this loaded roster. So it cheapens what was a great run, right?
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that you want to go back to that, and so that could be used against you. How about just having competent leadership that can build a championship quality roster that has a combination of high-priced free agents that are superstars? Because stars, you need stars in New York. You can't win without them. But then also, what we loved about the 90s teams was what? Homegrown, developed talent that became stars.
I'm not telling you not to be critical, but going after Hal for this.
It's the wrong guy. You're getting mad at
there's a lot of reasons the Yankees don't win,
and
Hal is definitely among the lower reasons why they don't win. There's also a lot of reasons why people buy a Ramsey Mazda. It's the selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX 32.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925, MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit, ends 12/1/25. We got a big show today.
A master at work.
That's right.
We've got a lot. We're going to talk about Eli's chances of making the Hall of Fame. We've got Damien, we got Damien Wood. We had to shift things around. That's right, because Thursday we're not on. So D Wood's going to join us. We've got to talk about it Tuesday as well. We got so much going on. Full show, that means ENN, and then show after ENN.
Wow.
Yep.
Right?
You believe that?
All the way to 7, boys.
Oh, thank God.
Just like you dream about.
7 straight.
Straight up 7s.
1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg just getting started on a Tuesday on ESPN New York.
The 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build. Add your pick and then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone's got a 50% profit boost token to use on their build. So, over-unders, anytime TDs, spread, whatever it is you want to include, throw right there in your Pass the Leg parlay. Grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Already packed out there on the roads. Busy day for holiday travel. LIE eastbound, long line of brake lights heading over to Jericho Turnpike in Nassau County. Solid there from the BQE in Queens. All of your approaches to the outbound George already jammed aside from the Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, not moving much from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Adding to the delays, a crash in the center lane involving a box truck by White Plains Road. Deegan southbound, not much better. A broken down Amazon tractor trailer in the left lane on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Solid ride there from the west 220s. Inbound George just about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln will run you 10 to 15. Outbound Hahn 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
All right, let's get the calls in at 1-800-919-3776.
If you guys knew the things that get discussed,
that conversation.
I will stand by. I'm gonna bring that analogy.
Conversation.
I'm gonna bring that analogy back later, and it's gonna be on you to fight through it.
No, it's not a winning effort for you.
1-800-919-3776. Let's start it off with Brian in Sleepy Hollow. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Brian?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say, before I get a little spicy, that I love all three of you.
Cool.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Sorry. I'm not into Hal Steinbrenner. He's continuously goes with Cashman, he just doesn't do enough to put you over the top. He spends money, don't get me wrong, but I think there's just this culture of complacency with the Yankees that if we sign Belly again, if we get just maybe do the couple of things more that might put you over the top.
But
it just
Brian,
doesn't happen that way.
No,
Yeah, sure.
I get what you're saying. All right, everything you're saying, you're making clear. But what you're saying, though, to me, it's not based in reality. It's based on perception, because if you listen to everything he talked about, one of the things was about how we had to be a better at base running team. We had to be a smarter team. We had to be this and we had to be that. What he's talking about are things that you don't pay for. Those are things it's better coaching. It's better infrastructure. It's all the things that he doesn't have to pay for. You're going to tell me the Yankees didn't have enough talent to win a championship? Or were they just, again, they did not play good baseball when they needed to? They got hurt in their pitching.
Billionaire.
No, but no.
He's a billionaire.
I know, but I just feel like sometimes. No. You want to have a super. You want an all-star at every position. All right, that's what you want.
That's not true. Not true.
But what? All right,
that's not true.
What else is an owner supposed to do when he has a top 3 payroll?
I really didn't like that political answer that he made.
Brian,
look at my book.
Wait a minute. You just said that Hal Steinbrenner is a billionaire. Why is he a billionaire?
Because of the Yankees.
Because he owns the Yankees.
Because he owns the Yankees. And the only way he can get those billions of dollars is if he sells the Yankees. Yankees don't make $1 billion a year.
Correct.
All right?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm against that. If you don't got the juice to do what it's got to do.
Wow. What juice? They got the third highest payroll in baseball. You've got the second highest. Wait a minute. You've got the second highest payroll in the Mets. And according to reports, Cohen's lost $200 million since he's owned the Mets. So he's dipping into his own profits to come up with that $350 million payroll. The Dodgers have a couple of different billionaire owners.
Lose Hampton's house or something? Is Hal going to lose?
So you want? Wait. So you want him to lose money to put it back into the payroll? So you want him to make he's got shareholders.
Or sell the
all right?
team.
Wait a minute, Brian. But why does he have to sell the team? He's got the third highest payroll, Brian. You're mad he doesn't have the highest payroll?
Right. Because he believes in Brian Cashman so much.
No, that's two different arguments.
There's your
Brian,
problem.
you're arguing two different things.
Okay, that's
I
it, Brian.
agree with you. if you want to criticize him for hiring Brian Cashman,
That's
fine.
what you do.
That's a good conversation.
Yes.
But to be mad that he won't lose money or make less money in order to be able to win for you when he's competing with teams that are dipping into other funds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, nobody is going to have a telethon for Hal Steinbrenner. But what Hal Steinbrenner is trying to tell you is, I'm worth $15 billion because if I sell the team, that's what I would make. But I'm not selling the team. I'm owning the team. All right? I made $750 million last year, but 319 of it went to payroll. Plus, I got to pay the city. I've got taxes to pay. I've got employees to pay. Now, he still turns a profit, but that he doesn't turn 750 minus 319 profit, whatever that is. He's not making $400 million because there's other money he's got to pay. So whatever he's
operating
making.
expenses.
So and then he's got shareholders that he's got to be able to share that money with.
Right.
All right. And now he may turn a profit of, let's just say, Hal Steinbrenner made $100 million last year. I'm just arbitrarily throwing it out there.
Yeah.
The fans are mad that he's not going to sit there and go, all right, you know what? Instead, I'm going to make $50 million and put another $50 into the team.
And what's the 50
Instead of
gonna get
firing the general manager and find somebody that's better at his job. How about that?
What's the 50 going to
Be
get?
mad at that. Right?
As it stands, the Yankees are going to, right now, but now they have more work to do, a payroll for next year of $278.1 million.
And that'll go up.
And, of course, it's going up. But that includes a projected $18.7 million in the competitive balance tax because they're $34 million over the $244 million competitive balance tax threshold. So he's paying tax right now already on next season's payroll.
Right.
And they haven't finished with all the needs that they have to now fill, whether it's re-signing Bellinger, whatever they're going to do, whatever else they're going to do. So, once again, I want to remind everybody who's mad at what he said is to understand that he said, would it be better to have a lower payroll? Yes. Will we? No. He's telling you the obvious. Would it be better? Yes. But we're not going to do that because we're trying to win a championship. He's telling you what you want to hear. You don't like the first part of the sentence, and you don't have the patience to listen to the rest of the sentence. That's the part I don't get. And what the caller said and what you said, Don, is I'm gonna repeat it over and over again until every one of you, it's stuck in your head. Hal Steinbrenner's problem is not how much he spends. Hal Steinbrenner's problem is in the man he still trusts to spend, because I don't think the money is being spent wisely.
And by the way, Don was just throwing out a random number. There's no chance that in these years, I would say the Steinbrenners are coming in with $100 million after a season. I mean, I just cannot imagine they're making that kind of money right now. I'm sure they're doing well.
No, you're
just throwing out arbitrary numbers.
Well, I'm saying the reports were they made $750 million last year.
But that includes no operating costs,
319 goes to payroll.
All right.
Of the players.
Of players.
And then you got coaches, and then you got scouting, and then you got people in the in management. You've got travel. You've got a lot of things you got. So I just arbitrarily said.
And then the 45%.
And then the 45% all want to get their profit.
It's hard to imagine that ends up with $100 million back to the Steinbrenners, but
whatever it is,
I'm sure they
maybe
go
it's
to the
$200
soup kitchen.
Maybe it's $500 million. I don't know what it is, but the fans are mad that he's not making more of a sacrifice to win, as if the only way to win is to throw more money at the problem. Now, if you want to say I don't want Brian Cashman making the decision, now we're talking sports. All right. That's what I want to get to. That's why I want baseball to have a salary cap, because we get back to talking sports instead of finances. Mm-hmm. Why do the Jets and Giants stink? Because they're not coached well. They're not managed well.
Yep.
Not they won't spend money. Woody Johnson spends money. That's a gorgeous facility in New Jersey that he spent. One of the best facilities in the sport. Unfortunately, he doesn't know what he's doing, so that's why the team loses.
Why?
All right?
Why does it have to be when the team wasn't good enough to win a championship, spend more? Why can't it be get better, be better?
And the Dodgers.
It's just, this is as good as we can get.
Because the Dodgers have won back-to-back World Series with by far the highest payroll.
How long did it take them?
But the Giants won 3 championships.
Don, how long did it take the Dodgers to get to this point?
And
once the new ownership came in and they were spending money hand over fist, it took them all the way up to here. And they had to go get Ohtani, who they had to trade for and give him a massive contract, record contract. The Yamamoto, they had to win that deal. They had to trade for some other players. They have put together an enormous roster, which, by the way, is not great during the regular season. But when it's winning time, they
it's funny,
perform.
but you know what's interesting?
How many fans
is
would be able
that
to stomach that?
The Blue Jays played into the 11th inning of Game 7. What's their payroll?
Oh yeah,
and they beat the Yankees in the regular season. How many times?
And by the way,
they
they're
ended up winning the division.
Last place the year before.
Right. I mean, so but the point is that
It's not
there
about
are
how much you
examples that it doesn't have to be the highest payroll in baseball. Let's go to Aaron in Astoria. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Aaron?
Guys, thanks for taking the call. I think you guys have jumped the gun a little bit. John Heyman's question was, do the Yankees operate at a loss, right? I love the Yankees. I believe that it's Cashman's fault. I think the money isn't always spent well. I agree with some of the things Don was saying about the costs, where to make money, but his answer was, no, that's incorrect. Then
Well, he said I
went to
wouldn't
start
say
the
that.
list.
He said I wouldn't say that. I mean, he was playing
Right,
coy.
but when he went further, Heyman said, do you operate at a profit? He said, no, I wouldn't say that. So the suggestion to me as a Yankee fan is you're lying to my face, right? Because none of you guys have gone through all these different costs and whatnot. Do any of you guys think the Yankees are operating at a loss?
No, I don't think they're operating at a loss.
But
So
why does
that's
that matter?
But how
it
how
matters.
much did but Aaron?
I want to hear him say
Okay.
this. Why does it matter to you that they operate at a loss?
No, it doesn't matter to me if they operate at a loss or if they're making money. Just don't blatantly lie to me about it. No, none of you guys. It's sort of like when a player comes out and tells you some blatant lie about how he's spending his money or why he missed the play. Just don't lie to me.
No, but what he's saying is it's none of your business.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying. It's none of your business.
But then say that.
Well,
Don't
just-
lie to us, and because that's where the anger comes from.
Well, because
I
I
think
think-
if you're but hold on, if you're a fan, and this is the number one brand in America, right, with the number one logo that has its own network that sells all this merchandise, and the guy running the business is trying to suggest that they're operating at a loss, coming after a World Series run. What it makes you do is just be like, okay, he's lying to me.
Well, no.
And I have an issue with his support of a general manager who's not doing the job.
again,
so now it makes me think maybe this guy isn't the guy. Isn't making good decisions. If he can lie to me and not think that people are going to be upset about it, and then make these decisions with a general manager that doesn't get us to the place, then I have to look at him funny.
All right, Aaron, I'm just going to say, all I'm going to say to you that I disagree with is saying that he's lying to you, because what he said was he wouldn't put it as they're operating at a loss. When asked,
no, but then the next question was,
well, hang on.
Are you operating at a profit?
Yes, and then the answer was, I don't want to get into it.
Let's
and
play
then
it
he said, but that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement.
Well, let's play it again.
I'm assuming you make a profit. Is that fair as well?
No, it's not fair, actually. So
you take a loss?
Don't want to get into it, but that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement. Everybody wants to talk about revenues. They need to talk about our expenses, including the $100 million expense to the city of New York that we have to pay every February 1st, including the COVID year. So it all starts to add up in a hurry. Nobody spends more money, I don't believe, on player development, scouting, performance science. So these all start to add up, John. And if you want to go look at the revenues, you got to somehow try to figure out the expense side as well. You might be surprised.
The way I take that is, it's none of your business.
But
I don't
want
to get into it.
But I don't want to get into it because.
But you can't say he can't say that's not accurate if it's accurate. That would be a tough thing to say. Like if Heyman said, "I assume you make a profit," and he specifically
is it fair to say, "Do you make a profit?"
And he specifically twice says that's not accurate.
Right, which means no.
Which means sometimes at least no. It has to be either sometimes no or he's lying.
Well, it's fluid. Meaning that, listen, we still have to make certain decisions to make sure we have a profit. Because he's not going to give you the figure. But what if the profit is, well, this year was $50 million for me in my pocket. Last year was $100 million. This year it might only be $25.
That's always making a profit then.
So
he shouldn't say
But
that.
now we get into the debate. How much of that should now go back into the team? Now we're negotiating how much Hal Steinbrenner is allowed to make.
What about what
I think that's the issue, right?
What he brought up, Don, was the $100 million I have to give the city every year, which might not count against the ledger, so it could show the profit off the business, But what doesn't show is this expense of $100 million that I have to give. That never shows because that's a completely different category.
And also, he has to put money into his payroll, not knowing exactly how much profit there will be in 2026. So that's why I think he's saying, it's not fair. Because this year, yes, I made a profit, but I don't know if I'm going to make a profit next year.
But if every year he's made a profit, it's still fair to say that he makes a profit.
Right. Now, we're getting into the semantics, but I think ultimately it is.
Words are weapons.
Fans want to negotiate how much money Hal Steinbrenner is allowed to make.
Well, by the way, it's not just Hal.
And I can understand.
Do they know that there are other kids? Even if they don't run the team, everyone's got to make money.
And also, if you would have a complaint if the Yankees are 25th in payroll.
Mm-hmm.
They're third. And oh, by the way, every year they finish above 500. Every year they're in contention, and every year they're one of the favorites to win the World Series.
Based on
they
that,
haven't
Don?
won.
Based on that, Don, I have a theory of why fans are feeling the way they
Talk to us.
And we'll do that when we get back. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you up till 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With 0 sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696. 0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season, and joined on-site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop, Tuesday, December 2nd.
I like Cyndi Lauper.
I thought
a lot.
this was a sneaky good song by her.
I think she's sneaky good.
Like her voice is unreal.
Her voice is She's a big hockey fan. She's always at the Ranger games with her family.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have a little bit more freedom during the playoffs, where I'd be the third announcer, and Kenny and Dave would be calling the game, and I'd be like roaming and looking to interview celebrities coming out of the break.
That's the best.
And then eventually somebody's like, we should just stick to hockey. But for 1 year, it was actually pretty cool. And they're playing the Capitals, and Cyndi Lauper's there. So I talked to her coming out of break. And there was some sort of like...
and that voice of hers when she talks, oh, my God.
Oh, it's
cartoonish. It's great.
So the break before the Capitals take the lead, the Rangers take the lead, and Bruce Boudreau was kind of going at it with, I think it was Tom Rennie was the coach at the time. And he's like, "Did you see that goal? Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Bruce Boudreau." It was so funny.
Her voice. Do we have her talking? Because it's
so New York.
If you ever knew a girl from Queens in the 80s and 90s, that's what she sounded like.
So great. So it was always funny. But we're talking about, listen, just to make it clear.
Go ahead.
The Yankees need to do a better job spending their money, because the reason they have a $319 million payroll is because they're still paying Hicks. They're still paying LeMahieu. All right? So they just have to do a better job with the money.
Now,
but the idea that Hal is stashing cash in his mattress and doesn't care about winning and all, I listen, you want to get on Cashman? You want to get on Hal for having Cashman have a job for life? That's all fair game to me. But complaining about not spending money to me, I think is completely unfair.
And that's what I was going to say. So what I believe, just from hearing what fans are saying, is I can understand the frustration. What you're saying really isn't that your issues with Hal when it comes to money. Is you don't like the way he runs his business. He spends enough. The problem is, of course, the guy making the decisions. Everybody consistently so far, and we have a lot more calls to get to, and we will. But what I'm surmising from this so far, Don, is there is this hopelessness now of the only way this franchise will ever move on from Brian Cashman. And you'll get a fresh voice, fresh face, fresh just ideas in the general manager's office is if Hal Steinbrenner sold the team.
Yes, I agree.
That's what it's. So sell the team then. This team, every year, is among the best teams in the league. Every year. And hasn't had a losing record in 30-plus years. So you can't tell me you're frustrated with the product because it doesn't win. What you're frustrated with is that you don't feel like the guy who is in charge of baseball operations is good enough at his job to build a championship team without overspending.
Right.
That's what you're telling me. So I understand that part. But he's not selling the team. What he needs to do is realize that maybe he needs to make a change there because his money is not being spent wisely.
And we got a tweet from B. Dilly. Says the Jays had the 5th highest payroll last year in Major League Baseball. And he's true. It's right. A little over $239 million. The Yankees were at $293. So it's still significantly higher. And again, I guess I don't know where they come because you see some reports that the Dodgers were like over $400 million. Like this one I'm looking at here from USA Today is the Mets at 1 and the Dodgers at 2.
Right.
Like I don't know what to believe half the time.
Well, the bottom line
is when you're
saying,
$30-40 million higher than your competitor.
But if you're telling me a top 5 payroll is good enough to win a championship or at least be in the running for it because you were last year and they were this year. So it's good enough to be there. It's once again, it's the execution. It's not about how much you spend.
Yeah, and then, there's another one here that's got the Yankees at 304 and Toronto at 255. So you're still talking about having maybe $50 million higher than your competitor.
That's a star
and they
player.
still won the division. Yeah, you're right. So, and that's a pretty significant player. But you know what? People have their opinions. They're like foreheads. Everyone has one. 1-800-919-3776. Gilbert in Brooklyn. You're on ESPN New York. There's a spicier one.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
What's up, Gilbert?
Listen, you guys, Hahn, why are you getting all flustered for, man? These are people that go to a place on Christmas, and Peter can tell you, and their kid will say, can I get this extra toy? No, we don't have a budget for that. Or the wife will say, honey, can I get this? Oh, honey, do you really need that? Let's take care of that after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We got a saying down in the hood. Stop your blood clot crying when it's not your money. Guys, let's get back on sports, man. Forget about
Well, and that's why
I hear you.
And that's why
It is their money.
Man, come on, man. I signed up to hear your sports, to hear your commentary, not give me financial, cheats and whatnot.
I hear you, but all
Those
I ever
people
hear.
don't even know how to control their own finances.
It's fantasy for everybody. But because baseball's the one sport where we hear they got to spend more money, free up this, it's sickening after a while. Okay, I don't know why they're. How do you sit there as Major League Baseball and not have a salary cap when you see the NFL, the NBA, and the NHL thriving? You still have Mahomes making north of $50 million a year. You still have LeBron James making north of $60 million a year. The superstars are making money. Yes, the middle class is lost out. But these franchises that are stealing money in revenue sharing would have a floor. So let's say the salary cap was $300 million. They would have to spend at $350 million. So those, those little reindeer games, if I have a $60 million payroll, now you're going to have to go spend some money, and that goes into the players' pockets, right?
Yeah,
that means
does.
I can sign as a free agent with Tampa, or I can sign as a free agent with
And the bad
Milwaukee.
franchises would actually have better players because some guys wouldn't want to would take the bigger money to go to a worse team and maybe make that team better.
And I'm telling you, you hear Hal speak when he is going to convince the owners for a salary cap. He didn't want it before. He wants it now. And the players aren't going to give in to it. Now, because these organizations still make money, they won't lock the players out because they still want to be able to generate the income. But come offseason next year, this time next year, we're going to be having conversations, not about Thanksgiving, but is there going to be a 2026, a 27 baseball season? That's what we're going to be talking about. And we've seen it. And how far are the owners going to go to get a salary cap? And I'm telling you, it sounds unconstitutional. The other sports do it, and they thrive. They thrive. And some baseball teams thrive. And some are just suckling at the teat of the big market teams. They are. They are. They're funneling players to the big market teams. They're stealing the revenue. And instead of putting it back into the team, they're putting it in their pocket.
Right.
It's a big scam. It's a pyramid scheme that's going on in Major League Baseball. It really is. 1-800-919-3776. We've got Talk About It Tuesday.
Talk about it.
At 4:30. We've got Damien Woody at 5:30. We got ENN at 6. It's all happening right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
My name's Brian Windhurst, and I've seen a lot of good offense in my life. If you're looking to initiate some offense of your own against your high-interest credit card debt, I'm letting you know a SoFi personal loan might be the play. A SoFi personal loan could be quite the triple threat with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as the same day funding. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/offense. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/offense. NMLS 696891.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys.
It's Tully time. It's Tully time.
St. John's takes on Baylor in the Players Era Festival with coverage on 1050 in ESPN New York app at 4:10. That game is going on. Rutgers played earlier. They got killed by like 25 points yesterday. I want to give Rutgers love, but if it's going to take any kind of effort on my part, it may not be worth it. But they did play, I believe, they had a noon tip, so I'm going to guess that game is over. And because we have the technology of Google, I'm going to look, and I'm going to see here that they lost to Notre Dame 68-63. How about that? A lot more competitive, but they
Close
still
game.
lost.
Yeah.
Our professionals, meaning the guys that make the big bucks, all have the night off locally. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. A couple more calls on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested.
I got a good talk about it now, by the way.
You do?
Just hit me, yeah.
All right. That's
it's
good.
important.
Let's go to Will. Okay. He's down in North Carolina. You're on ESPN.
Big Will.
Hi, Will.
Bill.
What? Hey, that's my nickname, Big Will. How you doing, guys? Listen, this is a heaping hump of hot garbage right now with this Yankee stuff. Let's go. Shout out to the chat, by the way, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the chat that I don't think is paid attention to too much. This goes all the way back to the 90s. Brian Cashman, the reason why he got such a good start is because of the players that Gene Michael and Bob Watson put together. He came into an outstanding situation, and they won some World Series. In 2009, he bought that World Series, no doubt about it. But the majority of Yankee fans are not necessarily talking about spending more money. You guys hit it right on the head. It's about how you spend your money. These guys could have a $200 million payroll as long as they get to the World Series. You know, and I heard Michael earlier today saying that the Yankees always do well at the trade deadline. Well, how did this last trade deadline go? You sent one guy down to the minors. The other guys didn't work out, and I forget the guy who's playing at third base. That's how much of an impact he's made. So, yes, the problem is Brian Cashman. And I got to say it just straight up, and you guys can get pissed off at me if you want. If he's not willing to fire Brian Cashman, then maybe he should consider selling the team. Because if he has such an allegiance to this guy where he can't see what's going on, then he doesn't deserve to be the owner. I like it. But Cashman, this, I don't know, loyalty to him? I don't get it, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Well, see, Don, that's my theory. Yeah. This is I'm telling you, this is less about the money, less about Hal and his willingness to spend, and more about this loyalty to Brian Cashman after all these years and not getting to a point where it's like, Brian, you got us this far. We need somebody to get us over the top.
I will tell you this. Michael used to always say, if Brian Cashman got fired, he'd have a job in 5 minutes.
Oh, he said it many times.
My counter
over and over
to that,
again,
and I believe this will be the first time that I will say this.
All right.
My counter to that would be, if Hal sold the team, the first thing the new owner would do was let Brian Cashman go.
You're 100% right. But you know what else? He'd have a job in 5 minutes. With who? And what payroll?
Because, no, listen, he would do.
Because I don't think he's shown.
You know what?
If he went to Pittsburgh, what's he doing?
So really, it's
turning water to wine.
It's a genius question, though, because the truth is, as good as the Yankees have been, who's hiring a guy who's able to have a top 3 payroll every year and never win?
Thank you.
Essentially, that's what they get. I mean,
their argument is never win.
But
we haven't had a losing season in 30 years.
But they're not bringing you to Pittsburgh. To people want to win a championship. They're bringing in a big dog and spending $300 million.
But there's a team, kind of like there's a team that would hire Tomlin if Pittsburgh let him go. They would say, you know what, I want Pittsburgh's problems. I want to go to the playoffs every single year.
Right. Is this the trade we need?
Series.
Cashman for Tomlin, straight up.
I like it. Pittsburgh, New York.
Let's just get this done.
See, now there's
what a sports conversation.
Imagine
that 2 teams come together. 4 teams in 2 sports to do a cross-city trade. That would be something.
All right, so Tomlin goes to the Giants. Cashman goes to the Pirates.
How do the Steelers gain anything?
I guess the Steeler fans, Danny would say, we win from losing because we get rid of Tomlin. And
that's
we're
all
happy about it.
But it has to be more than that.
And
Can that just be cash considerations?
And what would the Yankees get? Well, considering that he's not turning a profit, maybe there's some money. But the Steelers would have to give the money, not the Pirates, because the Pirates don't have any.
Listen,
Paul Skeens ends up with the Yankees. How about that?
All
right, how about that?
I love what you did.
Somehow, Skeens ends up a Yankee in this whole thing.
This is perfect.
Tomlin ends up this is so New York bias, by the way.
Yeah,
I want to talk about a New York bias.
Yeah, what
New York.
What do the Steelers get out of this?
Well, the Steelers get nothing.
The Steelers get Tomlin out of there.
Joe
which a lot of
Shane.
the fans
And Pittsburgh gets they get Brian Cashman.
They get a competent general manager that you won't win with, but you'll do better than you're doing now.
Listen, in all seriousness, have the Pittsburgh Pirates at any point been as consistent as they were with Bonds and Bonilla and Andy Van Slyke?
No. But they had a
that's 35 years.
Mm-hmm. McCutchen early in his career, they went to the wild card I think a couple of years.
They had
a
little bump.
And he was awesome.
They had a bump, but that was it.
But they never.
But
like with the Pirates, you were talking about they were in the playoffs year after year for a few seasons there. They didn't go deep, but they were there.
Well,
they were in
they
contention.
lost to the Braves because that was before the wild card. But when they had Doug Drabeck and Bonds and Bonilla and Van Slyke,
they
were
a good team.
They were.
Although Bonds always would get to the playoffs and come up empty.
But they'd go to the playoffs.
That's right.
There was a world where the Pirates were good.
In a world.
In the Pittsburgh days.
Let's just look at the.
Were you more a Bonilla guy or a Bonds guy?
Well, obviously, if I was a Bonilla guy, that went away when he became a Met.
Well, it died, and now you can't ever think of it again.
I hated the Pirates because I was a Met fan, and they were competing against each other. But I always liked Andy Van Slyke. I just liked the cut of his jib.
No.
Now,
by the way, I was a Doug
he's
Drabeck man myself.
Have you seen Van Slyke now in the Nugenix commercials?
No.
His arms ripped.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you got to see him. Him and Frank Thomas and
they got Van Slyke in there. Good
Van
for
Slyke's
him.
in there.
It's
the most, by the way, it's Doug Flutie with Frank Thomas and then Andy Van Slyke.
No, listen.
You talk
by
about
the way,
Stranger Pulls.
Hold on. Oh my
you know
God!
what?
I mean,
like out of
that's
no.
a strange pull. How do I hire Andy Van Slyke's agent? Because that's an incredible get.
Well,
you're Andy Van Slyke. Flutie and Frank Thomas, neither of them are A-list, but they're both big B-plus list celebrities.
Yeah.
Van Slyke is D.
Did
Frank Thomas is doing Fox Baseball.
Right, he's on. I mean, that's something B-plus. He's big. He's not A-Rod, but he's big.
Yeah, he's big.
He's very big.
Very. But didn't he and Van Slyke play together in Chicago?
I do not remember Van Slyke in any other uniform.
Not
I
a
can be
White
your
Sox?
Frank Thomas, and she'll like it too.
I only can
knew
picture
we'd have
Van
a Bart.
Slyke in the Pirates jersey.
Okay.
That's all
Maybe
I
I'm
can
wrong.
picture.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Give me
Yeah,
one more.
that's the
By the way, give me one more strange pull, Don. We said Drebeck, we said Bonilla, we said Bonds, we said Van Slyke. Give me another one.
Oh, a Pirate.
From like 90 and 91. I had the whole team set. I don't know how I'm not thinking of another one, but I can't. You're going to say one and it'll feel so satisfying. Come on. How are we not remembering one more? Either one more pitcher from the rotation.
Yeah, see, I could do a better job with the 70s Pirates.
I got
Will
nothing.
Stargell and
I got nothing.
Colvey.
You don't remember? Come on. Who else are in the 90s? Early 90s Pirates.
Oh, we got to be missing somebody because there's got to be
This
another
is
pitcher.
a really good team.
Yeah, if you're doing 90s, I can't. I mean, I'll give you Dave Parker. That's too long
The
ago,
70
though.
ones were terrific. John Candelaria. He was on the 79.
We could have mentioned Jim Leland just for the sake of mentioning Jim Leland.
Leland's a good one.
Smoking a butt in the.
Right. All right. I'll throw one out. I cheated. I cheated. I'll throw one out. Brian Giles.
No, I don't remember Brian. Here's some that Don's more likely to remember. I got some.
Who do you
Lloyd McClendon.
Okay.
How about R.J. Reynolds?
I should have remembered R.J. Reynolds because R.J. Reynolds in 1987.
Hold on, what am I doing?
I went to a Met game with my friend John Stark, and R.J. Reynolds threw me a ball during batting practice.
A moment?
So how did I? Because you know what it is? I didn't remember him making it to the 90s. Because again, that was 1987.
You know what we could have used?
And by the way, what about John Smiley, another pitcher in the rotation?
Smiley's very good.
What we could have used in this moment to help us is AI.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That would have been so helpful.
Yeah, and we were just talking business and every aspect of your business, from the most mundane when it comes to finances, the most complex when it comes to Stranger Pulls Pirates Edition. It will operate orders of magnitude better and faster when you add artificial intelligence. So AI is literally a race to the top. The companies that engage AI first will win. Will that be you or your competitors? Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing, collections, and orders. That's just a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you, Don LaGreca. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN and get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That is thrivenextgen.com/ESPN, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Now, I did not look this up, but I started thinking, I should know the catcher, Tony Pena.
Yeah, Tony Pena as well.
Okay.
He was an all-star.
Orlando Merced, for God's sake.
But I would have a lot more fun with the We Are
Wally
Family.
Backman was on there too at some point. I forgot Wally Backman was there.
Omar Moreno.
Oh my God!
What?
Pre-Braves Sid Bream.
Oh
yeah,
Sid Bream.
What are we doing with our lives?
When it was cool to have a mustache.
Yeah.
What?
That's you know what?
Jeff King. There's a lot there. This whole, by the way, not a very exciting team, but the core of it was fantastic. You guys missed out. It was a time. I'm so glad I just made it to the time. I just made it for true old-timey baseball still. I caught like
the end of
bit of still. I mean, you guys know one of the most famous stories in the history of my family. I have a bunch of classic baseball stories relating to me. You've heard the one of me getting booed at Fenway when I hit the beach ball away. You know that one. But what about the time when my dad's friend, John, got into a big fight with the Oriole bird because I approached him for an autograph while his head was off and he was smoking a cigarette.
And he gave you.
And the guy tried to blow me off. And my dad, not John, David. And this guy, David Levenfeld, he goes up and he pulls the Oriole bird aside and he goes, he's just a little kid, man. What are you doing? And the poor Oriole bird's like, I'm on my break. I'm smoking a butt. It's 1985. What the hell do you think I'm doing?
And
I took the head off. I'm smoking a butt.
There are famous photos of mascots just having a cigarette break.
I gotta be honest.
There are famous photos of that.
That's how old-timey my childhood is.
If I could put on my Fraud Friday judge hat for a second.
Go ahead.
I side with the mascot. He's got to because it's an awkward situation. He doesn't want to really confront you as the mascot. He doesn't have the mascot.
Where did he? But when you're going to take a smoke break, if you're a mascot, you can't be doing it in sight.
Yeah, where a kid might see it. It's confusing.
You got to go to employees only area. Just get away from people.
Knowing Peter, he probably wandered somewhere he was.
Did you?
That's, by the way, it's
behind
on
the
table.
ropes, Peter?
But I was
Is that where he blew you off?
I was at a lot of Orioles games in those days, so you never know. These are the Memorial Stadium days. It was a special time.
What year are we talking?
We're
85?
talking my hardcore Oriole game youth was like probably 83, 84, 85, 86. For some reason, my parents, who had no interest in sports, but that was a thing. Going to Baltimore and taking us to a ball game in Old Memorial Stadium, you'd park in the neighborhood. Like
oh wow,
yeah! Everyone parked in the neighborhood, like in front of people's houses. They'd come out and sell their spaces, and it was just a thing. It's Cal Ripken, baby, Eddie Murray.
Sure.
And back in that era, they would chant. There'd be an Eddie chant. This is easy trivia for one of you guys. There was an Eddie chant that people probably would remember because it's Eddie Murray and he was a stud. This other person's a stud, but not thought of in the same.
But his name was Eddie?
No, but there was another chant that rhymed with Eddie. What would it be?
Steady?
No. Think it's a player. So think of a name. Who could be a name in that era that people would also
Freddie.
chant? There it is. Fred Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he was an Oriole.
Now, let's be honest. Alan, do you remember it was Fred Lynn, or did you just throw out Freddie because it rhymed with Eddie?
I went Freddie. I just threw
Freddie Freeman Sr.
I remember.
Process of elimination. Certainly wasn't Betty.
Because
Betty.
Because in '92 I started at Sports Phone, so one of the things I wanted to do at Sports Phone was cover games. So this came up when I was down in Florida because the first Devil game I covered in '92, Steve Goldstein trained me, and now he's the television voice of the Florida Panthers. So it was kind of cool. We were both doing the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Cerny trained me in my first Met game. It was a Met Pirate game.
Not as good as the Brewers Pirates.
It was
game.
an ESPN game, I remember, and I thought it was like fascinating that there's Chris Berman calling the game. He's got the suit, but he's wearing jeans because he knew he wasn't going to be shot from the belt down.
Right.
And I didn't know any better, so we're in the clubhouse. This is '92, so it's the '92 Mets, and
worst team money can buy. Right?
There's a stool in the room that I sit, and Jim's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Just stand there. I'm going to sit." It's like, that's Eddie Murray's stool. If he sees you, he's going to punch you in the face. I'm like, he's looking at me like, no, seriously, get up.
Like, yeah, you don't.
Because Eddie, he hit his 500th home run as a Met, which is great. But he
didn't suffer fools, as they say.
And he didn't really enjoy, I think, his stint with the Mets. It was, like you said, worst team money.
Not many did back then.
I could have gotten, again, I
that
could
would have
have
been a great
punched
story,
in the face by Eddie Murray. I probably would have gotten tackled by Phil Garner because you heard my story that I knew C.J. Nikowski because I hung out with his sister, and he's playing for the Detroit Tigers. I'm covering a Yankee game for Sweeney for the Fan. He's out in left field. I run out to left field to say hello, and I'm talking with in left field. And C.J. says, you better get to the foul line, man. If Phil sees you, he will tackle you. So I sprint to the foul line. Just as Phil's coming out of the dugout, he was managing the Tigers at the time. So I could have been tackled by Phil Garner and punched by Eddie Murray.
That's
Eddie
good.
Murray, any guess on Eddie's age?
Right now?
Yep. By the way, he is a star of yesteryear I'd never seen.
I would say he's 67 years old.
I was going to say 68, actually.
69. Allen wins. 69 in 274 days.
How many home runs did he end up with?
He ended
535.
up with 504.
Okay.
Yeah, so
almost 2,000 RBI.
Right, so he got the 500 home runs. Get the hell out of the flushing.
Over 3,000 hits, 3,255
no,
hits.
he was a great player. He's not with the Mets. Yeah, he's got
That's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, 500 home runs, 3,000 base hits.
Has to be, right?
Seriously?
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it right. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's right at the top of his page.
I was going to say, if it's not, because
Hall of Fame. By the way, Hall
demeanor.
of Fame, Rookie of the Year, 8-time All-Star, World Series, 3-time Gold Glover. That's a hell of a career.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad player. He just wasn't the most likable guy.
Yeah.
God, the Mets.
Well, the post-Orioles.
Vaughn. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
When you have a 10-year career in one city, you win a title there, then you leave and start bouncing around. It's probably you become an ornery fellow.
Yeah, and then he might have just been bad guy.
By the way, sometimes the answer is bad guy. Maybe he's sick of being in Cal Ripken's shadow. I don't know. All these Ripkins around.
Isn't
you got
it
the
crazy
dad, the brother.
That you hit 500 home runs, have 3,000 hits, and you're still in the shadow of Cal Ripken?
Yeah, and by the way, is he that much worse a player than Cal Ripken?
No.
Or is Cal the streak? Is the streak such a huge part of it?
It's the streak.
It is the streak. Of course it's the streak.
I love him, but it is the streak.
He was a great player.
The streak made him more of a legend than his game was legendary, right?
So could you say, and they both played 20 years, could you full on jump out hot take and say that Eddie Murray was a better player than Cal Ripken? Or is it because Cal was a great shortstop? Or what level defender would you grade Cal Ripken in this era?
I honestly don't remember. I'm sure he was great. I don't remember the metrics of his defense.
Just to put a bow on the Pirate thing.
2 Gold Gloves. That's it.
When you say old-timey baseball,
yeah,
I'm gonna give you some of the all-time players in Pirate history. When you hear these names, like I'll start with one that is not so long ago. Bob Friend.
Bob Friend.
I'm just giving you old-timey. Ready? We're not done. Pie Trainer.
Yeah, well, we know Pie.
Yeah,
I don't remember Pie Trainer.
No, you know Pie Trainer.
Well, you weren't alive for Pie.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know
Pie.
Arky Vaughn?
No.
Arky
You
Vaughn?
like that? A little Arky?
You know I prefer cake to pie.
I'd say Babe Adams, the other Babe.
Yeah.
By the way,
Right?
that's a tough one to get up from.
Oh, we're playing Babe today. Oh, Babe Ruth? No, Babe Adams.
You know,
that guy.
You know Babe Adams.
Of course you do. Yeah, I'm like some of the names here. Deacon, come on.
How far back are you going? You going 100 years?
Oh, this franchise has been around since the start of baseball.
Yeah.
They started baseball, huh? Pirates are
They're
OG.
one of, one of those.
Who are the other OGs?
The other OGs of baseball?
Of baseball. Yeah, there's no
the
original
Cubs,
four.
The White Sox, the Reds.
Yeah, Reds were the first team.
Red Sox, Yankees, which were Highlanders. What am I missing? I know there's one obvious one that I'm just.
The Tigers.
Well, how far back did the Dodgers go?
Well, the Brooklyn Dodgers go back to
they were original?
1890.
So they were original too. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so the Dodgers,
And
Giants,
the New York Giants. Yeah.
Okay,
The New York Giants.
Yeah.
Diamondbacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Marlins.
Yeah.
Marlins before.
But boy, these are some great names though.
Let's go to Ernest in Brooklyn. You're on ESPN.
Speaking of great names,
Hello,
hey, Ernest.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, how you guys doing? I've been waiting a long time, but I stood the test.
We appreciate it.
I got one. I'm a Met fan, to tell you the truth, but I think they make too much stuff out of Cashman. I think really the problem is Steinbrenner needs to speak to Cashman and just change the philosophy. It's not that they don't spend money, but they're always going to the bargain basement, getting these injured players, thinking that they're going to catch lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
Just go ahead and spend the money. Stop spending the money and then doing on the cheap. It's the same thing when
He's
they
trying
get
to be
the
smart,
players.
Ernest. That's what it is. He's trying
All
to. Right,
they
Don, you
want
always
is
say this.
sluggers.
Well, I think
You
the
always
phrase,
say that he tries to just show how smart he is.
Right,
Right.
he wants to be fiscally responsible.
Right.
but-
Sometimes he's too smart
But-
because then you got times where he gets sluggers. You got to get people that can run the bases. You got to hit for
that's
average,
style.
not just slug.
Yeah, that's a style.
Well, they were all going after the analytics, but I will tell you, I think what really you had a great point about that their vitriol towards Hal is more about Cashman.
It's about Cashman.
But it's just they don't want to hear a team in New York throw out things like fiscally responsible, budget. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. And that's the one thing. George was smart. Because I'm sure George had a budget. He had a limit, but he wasn't talking like that. Like they're too upfront about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't be defensive about it. Hey, we got the third highest payroll in baseball. You know, we're going to spend. We're going to do whatever we can to win. Case closed. Done. But you start, talking about the money you're making. It's unseemly, I think, to a lot of New Yorkers.
What's funny to me is that we're talking about the most successful franchise of all the New York teams by a mile.
Oh, not even close.
So that do you talk about nitpicking? They are by a mile the most successful sports franchise in the market.
Yeah, not even close.
And we're criticizing the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
1-800-919-3776. We'll get back to your phone calls. We got the Eli debate we got to get into, but coming up next, it is fraud. No, not Fraud Alert Friday. It's talking about a Tuesday.
Trying to get to Friday already?
Really excited about
Although,
the
should we? I got to tell
Friday.
you, should we do Fraud Friday tomorrow as a conversation?
Fraud Wednesday?
But that comes at the expense of the list, and people would like the list
We
too.
can do
no?
both.
What do you mean?
Wait, by the
we
way,
program the show.
This is our Thanksgiving show. I don't think it's really like
You know
one
what?
that we have to put a lot of.
I got an idea.
You're not going to clear the
What's
decks.
Let's do all 5 tomorrow.
What do you mean? Everything we do?
Huh?
We'll do an NFL Blitz.
This is crazy.
We'll do a
Binge.
talk
It's
about
called
it.
Binge.
Binge.
Sure.
I got to be honest with you. Of the 5 we do, that's the one I hate the most.
Thank you.
Because it's manufactured because our pinhead suit
I enjoy
has to
it.
sleep
I
on
actually
his
love
back
it.
during
Yeah,
football
I like the
season.
open. The open's kinda-
Peter's actually active in the segment.
Thank you. I actually
Well,
talk.
that's
actually
not
does
why I don't
something.
like
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if I appreciate
I
the
just
word
like
actually.
football,
but,
man. We don't have to doctor things up. It's Monday.
No.
What do you think we're going to talk
but
about?
Alan,
Now-
Football.
Alan, aren't you with me?
I don't like it.
Wednesday,
enjoy
Thursday, Friday features make sense.
Monday,
Yes,
Wednesday,
that makes more sense.
Tuesday.
The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The ones we didn't just do over the last 2 days.
Would you like to talk about it in 30 minutes and talk about it again in 24
I
hours?
forgot that we're just trying to be good. I was thinking maybe just go nuts.
This
Just
would be
go
great.
nuts.
You have to make your yo-yo picks that you all
Here's
get
the
half wrong.
idea. Wait, here's the idea. Because we're ending at 6:30. So ENN ends the show.
Yeah.
So what do? We do each in the 5 o'clock hour.
Just not just one thing after the other.
When will picks be?
We need picks at 5:45.
We really need to do the picks.
I mean,
Yeah.
Listen, I want to give you. I want at least things to say. Loss.
Yeah, true. I appreciate what you
well,
said.
I mean, we
All right,
started
let's-
3. There's a
let's-
lot to do.
Let's talk about it next.
All right. We have to.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Not so great on the LI eastbound over in Nassau County. A crash in the HOV lane by New Hyde Park Road. Police on the scene. Add that to the volume. You're hitting the brakes from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Slow crawl on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Broken down car in the right lane by 20th Avenue in Queens. You're backed up onto the Van Wyck. All of your approaches to the outbound George pretty bad. Worst of it, Deegan southbound. We still have this broken down Amazon tractor trailer in the left lane on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Large wrecker on the scene, starting to back up onto 87 in Yonkers. Inbound George, not too bad for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln will run you 20 to 30. Outbound Holland close to an hour. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Your fantasy roster is set, the smack talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really this idiot
with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Let's talk about it. Driven by Ramsey Mazda.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Peter
Let's be about it. Let's just talk about it. Let's be about it.
Let's be about it, baby.
All right, guys. So I got an email the other day.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it right now to the group here. And I think it's important that we share this with the audience.
I love it.
And that we all talk through this as a family. I'm here with my family. Hi, guys. Love the show. And all of you, please don't take this the wrong way. I am, all caps, begging you guys to stop Don's long ass, it's Tully time.
All right, we get it.
I found it kind of funny at first, but after hearing it a million times, it's become sound abuse to my ears. I'm sure I'm not the only one who hates it. It doesn't make me want Tullamore Dew. It makes me hate Tullamore Dew. Now, I go out of my way to skip it on the podcast, and I miss all of your Tullamore Dew ads. Please stop it. I'm begging you.
Audio torture is what you're saying.
So,
Jake, this is all on you.
This is it.
Wow.
See how aggressive he is? Look how aggressive. Oh, yeah. Look at him. This is Jake. Jake's like, it's not going anywhere.
So we need to have a conversation.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
And I'll open the phone lines, too. 1-800-919-3776.
So the Tully drop, do we need to get rid of it or come up with a new one?
I think people might just say, hey, how about you just say,
it's Tully
time?
Game
time, it's Tully time.
And just move on?
Or maybe the quick Marty McFly or the Dons, the other ones.
Well, that's what
Don
I said.
If
we have, yeah.
What do you have over there besides
the short ones you got? Just punch them in.
Early returns are sunsetted, according to you two.
All right, go ahead. What do you got there, Jacob?
It's Tully time.
I think that'll still annoy people. What else you got?
It's good, though.
It's Tully time. Tully time.
Okay, what else?
Tully time.
I like both of those.
What else? Anything else?
It's Tully time. It's Tully time.
That one's a
That's
good
fine.
compromise.
Just like that.
And then what else? Is that it? All right. And then the Marty McFly. It's Tully time.
I like when he holds it.
Which
but we don't need the hold it part.
Or do we just go back to I do something adventurous every day and
on your own?
You have to listen and find out. Some may be irritating, but you don't have to worry because the next day it'll be something completely different.
See, I'd rather
that's all that was, Jacob, right? And then you took a few of them and then we repurposed them.
See, I'd rather not do that because you're the devil's TV announcer.
That's a great point.
I can't risk your voice because Tully time.
Yeah.
So the compromise was I played the long one, that's what it was.
So you're saving me from myself.
That's right.
Yes.
Because you're not to be trusted. I think he's right about that. Let's see. I'm going to see what people are saying here in the old YouTube. Let's see. Should we sunset the Tully time drop? Yes. 71% so far in this initial 50 votes.
All right. Twitter, Stuntman Mike says it's an absolute classic.
All right.
Any listener that doesn't like it, not a true fan.
I've gotten a handful of people, not just saying this for me, a handful of people say just make it McFly and call it a day.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I think then we'll grow to hate that one too.
Yeah, because it'd be twice a day. It's like 10 times a week we'd hear that.
It's totally time.
You don't think the diehards that listen all the time?
Well, by the way, it plays every time now too. It plays after yours.
Yeah. I like the little 3 rotation that we have, but if you want to, change it up.
Compromise.
The Wilma version just needs to be shorter. Can we just cut a new one that's a little bit shorter? Because it really is funny. The Fred Flintstone.
It's Charlie time.
I have a compromise for the long one.
The one that sounds like Fred Flintstone.
What do you got?
Does it win the Mountain West Conference? Is it an automatic bid to get absolutely demolished in the first round at the 12 p.m. Tulsa Oklahoma game?
You know,
on March in Drop Madness.
It catches. I'll tell you what. That long, it's Tully time.
It gets the 14 seed and runs up against.
Well, it could end up getting a high seed because of the fact that it's so useful. Like in terms of usage, it gets a ton of usage.
But you see, it runs up against.
I was looking at the same thing.
You're turning off the game. It's 132.
Yeah,
with 4 minutes
imagine
to go.
that. Imagine the long it's Tully time sees this in the first round.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Tully time's dead.
No, that's on True TV, and they're going to cut away.
So, how do you feel, Don? Listen, you're ultimately the.
Well,
the guy.
I appreciate that Jacob is trying to save my voice, but maybe there's ways that I can be creative without.
And you want to do that?
My voice.
And you want to do that?
Well, if people are irritated by it, and it's the same 3 over and over again.
Hold on. There's also another. What are we saying here? There's another major thing that has to be said here. This is no longer just a Don LaGreca a thought here. During the season, I'm going to be doing this as much as you are. Alan's going to be doing this as much as you are. We're all going to be doing this. So now if we take this out, now you're asking us all to improvise It's Tully time. Do we all want to improvise It's Tully time?
Do you?
Let's just agree to this. Can we kill the long one? I agree it's going to die. It's radio death.
Listen, it would have been fun.
You ready?
If Jacob didn't
you ready to play
discover
it out?
the technology to stretch it out, because I never did it that long.
You want to send it home?
Can you play the long one, please, one more time?
Let's send it off.
Really faded it out. I love it. You know what?
You did an honorable service for this show.
You know what? I think it's but I plan on replacing it. I got another Tully time. How about this? I got another Tully time coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Oh. I will do something that hopefully can be repurposed.
We will be sitting here with bated breath. Yeah. What could he do?
You don't have one, you said, right? Because I did pop. One did pop into my head.
Talk about it?
Yeah,
please do.
I mean, I love hockey.
Do you?
Yes. And
wow, this is big. Breaking news sounder,
hang on
please.
a second.
Yeah.
This is big.
I don't watch every game. But when I do,
Don loves hockey.
I do like a lot of variety. And
By the way, hold on, real quick before you go, Don, I want to jump in. I'd like to say something too. I enjoy professional wrestling,
but I need the disclaimer that because that's. So I'm taking a look at this since Saturday. All right, Saturday, 12 games. Makes sense. It's a Saturday. Sunday, 6. All right, Sunday, you don't get a lot of games, and obviously going up against football.
Right.
Last night, 7 games. Tonight, 1. Tomorrow, 15. Thursday, because it's Thanksgiving, none. Friday, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Can we find a little bit of a happy medium? Like, I love when they give all week. Everybody's playing tonight. Okay, there's only so much I can do. All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who does that benefit?
So you have 15 games, like, wow. But it's not like 15 on a Saturday where you've got a few early in the afternoon, middle of the afternoon, then there's early evening, then there's late games. On Wednesday night, it's 15. From 7 to 10, there's 15 games. How much can people watch?
You can't.
And then you go, all right, there's one. It's a good game tonight. Stars at Oilers. I'll peek in 9 o'clock. But can we find a little bit of a happy medium?
Is tonight an exclusive window kind of night?
No.
Is that what it is?
No.
Okay, so
okay.
Is there a benefit? Is there a benefit in terms of like scheduling? There's some sort of upside here.
Oh. Well, the upside is that nobody's playing Thursday because it's Thanksgiving.
Well, this week, fine, I get it, but still, in general, do they need to have 15 games?
Guys,
in one night?
I'd like to say something.
Oh, good.
Go ahead, Alan.
I like basketball.
Hold on, folks.
In fact, I love basketball. I just wanted to put that out there. Since we're all sharing.
By the way, I love lamb.
Say it with your chest. But I will say this, though, off of what Don's saying, it did trigger something in my mind.
Go ahead.
The NBA Cup. Failure. Let's just do away with it.
Oh,
Enough.
wow.
Like, can we just
Already?
stop?
Wow.
Wednesday night is a cup night. So all the crazy courts and the uniforms and all that stuff. Does anybody have any idea right now in pool play what's going on? No. You know why? Because it's hard to follow. Why? Because it's like this, first it's on a Friday, then it's on a Wednesday. We don't know when these games are.
No.
And some games are and some games aren't. Hey, it's cup night. Is it? I don't know why. So why do this if we're going to do it? Like you always say, right? We don't want to be great. We just want to be good.
1, 2, 3.
Let's be good. Yeah. And so what they should do, which they'll never do, is this should be the season halts. And now these next 2 weeks are cup pool play games only. And then instead of an all-star game that nobody wants to watch, that nobody cares about, you have your Final Four. Then you have an all-star, you have your Final Four night. Then you have your all-star Saturday. And then you have your NBA Cup championship game. And then we go back to regular season play. Pool play still counts towards your regular season records and all that stuff. But now we know for this portion of the season, preferably right after the Super Bowl, this becomes the Fugazi important games in the middle of the season. And we call it NBA Cup Series. And you just run it for 3. So now we're not wondering, is tonight a game? Is this? And you can't tell me, well, you'll know because they're using the different courts. That's nice, but it's random. And if you're telling me, no, it's not random, it's every Wednesday or every Friday, that's great. But I have so much else going on in my life, I'll forget. And, oh, this is a cup game. Wait, what's their record in the cup play? I don't know. Don't you think it would be better? And people would actually be a little more engaged if you decided that the regular games halt here. And now for the next 2 weeks, we have pool play. And at the end of pool play, we're going to do our Final Four weekend in Vegas or wherever you want to do it with an All-Star Saturday. And now we don't have to do the Fakakta All-Star anymore. Because we all know this year they're going to keep trying different things. We tried 3-on-3. We're trying U.S. versus the world. We're trying all these different formats. None of them are going to work. This would sell the game better because your game, your championship game, your semifinals, those games will have real meaning to them. Agree or disagree?
I think it'll help, but ultimately there are 2 things working against the Cup, the NBA Cup. Is number one, I don't know if the players care to win it. I think some do. Maybe the Nets cared on Friday.
Once you get to the semifinal, then the money's on the line.
But you got to get there.
Yeah.
You got to get there.
Yes.
Right? And I was watching Nets Celtics. Yes, I was on Friday night.
God bless you.
And the Nets won that game. And was it because, hey, the Nets have nothing to play for? It's a cup game. I'm going to want to win it. And the Celtics are probably, we're injured. I don't care about it. And then is that why the Nets won? So if you don't have all the teams caring about it, then what is it going to matter? And also, does anybody really care about it? Like as a fan, maybe if you're a Net fan, you're like, I got no chance of making the playoffs, but maybe I'll root for my team to win the cup. But is it anything that these teams are proud of? Do they care about? Do they hang a banner? I know they hang a banner because the NBA makes them hang a banner, but does it matter? Everybody looked at the 4 nations last year in the NHL. Nobody knew they cared about it until all of a sudden they started watching,
right?
And they saw the players cared,
right?
And then all of a sudden they were invested, and the next thing you know, the championship game, 9 million people are watching.
Yeah. Don, that's my point, though.
But are you going to get?
Why did that
getting
work?
To that point?
But why did it work? Because it was a block of time,
right?
Where all it was 4 nations. That's all this was. It was 4 nations. We knew it mattered. It was different. And I think, because look, the NBA Cup is not going anywhere. It's Adam Silver's baby. He loves it. They have a big-time sponsor on it. They have a lot of money invested in it. So it's not going anywhere. But can't we do it better? And I'm just saying the better way to do it, because there are players who walk in the gym and it's like, let's see the court. Oh, it's a cup game. Like, nobody's really following it. But if you tell me these 2 weeks are NBA pool play, this is your pool play for the cup, now you know and you're dialed in a little more. It matters a little more because you're following a different set of standings for the next 2 weeks. And that's all I'm saying.
Man,
it's just an idea that I have, a hoop idea.
It's weird because I think even people that care about basketball just don't know or care.
You don't care now, but you might care more if it's just isolated 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying.
You might.
It's not going anywhere. So
no,
we all agree it's kind of useless, but maybe it's less useless if it felt a little more important, which made it separate block in the middle of the season, preferably after the Super Bowl, when everybody's craving for something live sports worth watching.
No, it's just sometimes you got to find lightning in a bottle, and they have not found it yet. But as you said, it's not going anywhere. Let's talk about it. It is driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda or buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. I have in my hand a list. It's not a list that I curated. It is the list of the semifinalists for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes, I'm into this.
In the NFL. Eli's on it, so others. It'll be interesting to see who stays, who goes. We'll dive into that next year on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Holiday cheer starts here. Stop by participating Optimum stores through December 20th for giveaways and Saturday visits with Santa and friends. Visit Optimum.com/Santa to learn more.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 15% profit boost to use on their build. The Chiefs are in Dallas, so maybe you'll like Mahomes and the over on passing yards. The Ravens hosting the Bengals, so you wonder, will Derrick Henry find the end zone? Grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/K to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Problem with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Day, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Oh, hockey fans and holiday shoppers, join us live from the NHL shop at Hudson Yards Tuesday, December 2nd from 3 to 6:30 p.m. We'll be talking all things hockey and joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss us live on Tuesday, December 2nd from the NHL shop in Manhattan. Well, we get to that time of year where we start throwing out the semifinalists for the Hall of Fame. And Eli Manning did not make it last year. He was a finalist, but did not make it into it in his first ballot, which I think people were okay with, because I think people ultimately assume that he is going to make it. They take a minimum of 4, like they did last year, just 4. They take a maximum of 8. So we do have limits here. And you take a look at the top 4 finalists from last year. Now, Eli was a finalist last year, but he was not a top 4 finalist. Willie Anderson, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, and Adam Vinatieri, or Vinatieri. I remember
Vinatieri.
It's Vinatieri.
Right. I always threw the A in for just because I enjoyed
like Kyle Palmieri.
Right. So the assumption is if they were in the top 4 of finalists last year, they're going to be in. May not be, but it's a pretty good guess.
Right.
So if we've got a maximum of 8 and 4 are going to be those guys, well, then that leaves only 4 others among this list. Eli, Breeze, Rivers, Fitzgerald, Witten, Gore, Fred Taylor, Steve Smith Jr., Reggie Wayne, Terrell Suggs, Darren Woodson. We got Hines Ward on this list. Steve Wisniewski, who was an unbelievable offensive lineman for the LA/Oakland Raiders for like a decade and a half, went to 8 Pro Bowls. Vince Wilfork, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Rodney Harrison. Then you got Robert Mathis in there. Marshall Yanda. It's an eclectic list, to say the least. My issue seems to be if you're going to give Anderson, Holt, Kuechly, and Vinatieri 4, can Eli get in as one of the 4 of the people that we mentioned? And it's tough.
Here, okay, let's just talk. Let's just have some real brass tacks talk, shall we?
To be clear, these are the semifinalists. 15 of them out of the 26 names move on to the finals.
Move on to the final. And I think he has a chance to move on to the final.
And the names that Don just mentioned, the 4 of them, we're assuming are all going to be going back because of the top 4.
Remember, you just added some to the pool here.
And then we added to the pool. So we're down to 11 of these spots.
Right.
So let's just throw it out here. Will Eli get passed by Drew Brees? I say yes.
Yes. Now, the Brees, Rivers, Fitzgerald, Witten, and Gore, I believe, are all in their first ballot.
Yes.
Yes, but I think Brees will jump over him. I think Brees is seen as that good.
That's
the yardage stat. Rivers, I say no.
No.
Okay.
So, Rivers. So I can live with Brees going in before Eli. I cannot Rivers. I'm sorry.
Larry Fitzgerald.
See, this is a tough one. Fitzgerald is not only a stud whose numbers are psychotic. He's like a super beloved player by everybody.
But does he have to go first ballot?
I know.
I say probably.
All right, so out of the new, how about this? Out of the new names, right? Who is first ballot? Who feels first ballot?
Well, that's what we're doing here, right? So we agree.
So
Rivers
Brees, you feel is a first ballot?
I think so.
Like, okay.
I think in all likelihood, Drew Brees is
There's
first ballot.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there.
He threw for 9 million yards.
Yeah, and well, it's just also the whole story about New Orleans and the Super Bowl.
There's a lot.
Katrina,
The Super Bowl,
it's unreal. Yeah. Is there any other name that you see that isn't a returning finalist that you would say got to get him in?
Well,
Vince Wilfork. You talk about one of the most dominating players on one of the most dominating teams.
Yeah.
Defenses.
But at the same time, Wilfork's been there how many times? We don't know. A few times, right?
I don't know how many times. It's been. I mean, he's been retired a while, so I have to believe it's been at least a couple of times.
Well, okay. Let's.
Lomas Brown. He's been around a while.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the names
I didn't think Wilfork retired that long ago. Okay.
I'll tell you the names that I know. To me, Eli's ahead of. Eli should get in there ahead of Fred Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
He should get ahead. He should get in there ahead of Steve Smith Sr. Even though the ultimate dog at wide receiver. He was dog before the word was dog.
I guess this is Will Fork's second time. He retired in 16. So, right, it's every 3 years. So 19. Yeah, so I think it might be his third time.
Wow. Reggie Wayne, great player. I put Eli in ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about T. Sizzle?
It's a good one.
I still put Eli in ahead of Suggs. If he's Ray Lewis, different conversation. He's not. Love Terrell Suggs.
Yeah.
Ed Reed, to me, it's Ed Reed and Ray Lewis are like the absolute undeniables from that team.
Yeah.
Terrell Suggs is the next level down.
I think that's fair.
And I think Eli's in ahead of him. And then I'll be honest, guys, the whole next group we have here, Kevin Williams, Hines Ward, Richmond Webb, really good players. I don't think any of them I'm considering ahead of Eli. So it's a matter of the four that we already mentioned from the top, the Willie Anderson, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, and Vinatieri, and then the ones we just mentioned, Drew Brees and Fitzgerald.
So
to
that's
me, that's
6.
where it gets tricky.
All right, that's 6 then.
But shouldn't he?
The classes could be as many as 8.
But you're not even including the 3 seniors, 1 coach, or 1 builder.
Oh, that's.
And by the way,
and they could get in.
But hold on, do they have to have 3 seniors or up to 3 seniors?
But they could.
Up to 3 seniors.
Yes.
Why are they included in the 8?
But that could be 5 of those if you really felt strong about only 3 players.
Yeah,
by the way, you know who's in the seniors?
They limit the class.
He knows in the seniors.
Carl Banks.
You want some names? Mr. Carl Banks.
Ooh.
Clay Matthews. Steve Tasker. Joe Jacoby.
No, these are all huge names. I get it.
And I'm just naming the ones that
but
I
what I'm
really
saying
know.
is that you are putting in
Roger Craig.
See, here's what I'll say. Your 3 seniors should be separate from the 8 maximum. The coach I would include, because coaches are important in the NFL, okay? You're telling me that if it's a year that you're putting Bill Parcells in like a few years ago, he's not going to be included? He might be bigger than some of the names that are going in. So I'd have no problem with the 1 coach being part of the 8. I'm not putting the contributor in. But I'll put the contributor in, but I've got a maximum of 8, and then I'll throw on top of it the 3 seniors, possibly, and the contributor. The only one that I would include in the 8 would be the coach.
I agree. That's fair.
Who's a coach on the?
But by the way, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
I know it's not.
So we're playing Tonka trucks here because that's the situation we're dealt. By the way, I just found out my guy got left out again this year.
Who's your guy?
Brian Mitchell. Leading return man in the history of the NFL, not going to be a finalist again.
Because again, special teams
they don't
being
care about
disrespected.
that.
Now, like Gore, Witten, Rivers, I've got no problem with them waiting. This is their first year. If you want to put Breeze and Fitzgerald in as first ballot guys, again, no issue there.
But I'm also not putting Torrey Holt or Luke Kuechly ahead of Eli.
But all right, so
can I give you some coaches?
And we're assuming, by the way, that because the 4 that we mentioned, Anderson, Holt, Kuechly, and Vinatieri, were finalists last year, that they're automatically in. They may not be.
They may not be.
Yeah. Can I give you some coaches?
Go ahead.
You mentioned Belichick. That's 1.
I'm sorry?
Belichick?
Who? Bill?
Yeah.
Oh, he's big.
Tom Coughlin.
He's also big.
Mike Holmgren.
We're taking a step back.
And now we're going to a list of names again, these are names that have probably been up for a while and still aren't getting in, like Chuck Knox and Dan Reeves, Marty Schottenheimer.
How many coaches are they up to take? Just 1?
1 coach.
Yeah,
so Bill.
these are the 9 coaches that were named the semifinalists. Okay, so Belichick and Coughlin lead the way. Holmgren, Chuck Knox, Buddy Parker, Dan Reeves, Marty Schottenheimer, George Seifert, and Mike Shanahan.
So it'll be Bill this year. It'll be Coughlin next year.
You think so?
That's what I would.
Coughlin deserves it.
I agree.
If Eli deserves it, Coughlin deserves it.
Wouldn't it be great if they went in together?
Now that, by the way, that could be on the table for
and you know what? And you bring up something very interesting. Is that how it's going to end up working out?
It's right
Eli
there.
misses
it's a good
again. Belichick is one that goes in. Coughlin's going to go in next year. Coughlin and Eli go together. My bet would be Eli's going to have to wait another year.
You get the big New York bump. Giants play in the Hall of Fame game.
All
there
that you dream about.
You just laid it
right?
all out.
That's
it's done.
If you're scripting this,
done.
if you're the NFL, that's what you do.
It's done.
Giants coached by Mike McCarthy coming in, playing, right?
Or Coughlin coming back as head coach and goes into. If it was wrestling.
But
that's what it would be.
But that's exactly what you do, though, is if you're – now, again, this is a football Hall of Fame, and they have their own rules, but it'd be a pretty smart thing to do, wouldn't it?
Oh, no, that's I know. We always get so serious about these things, and it's
It
like, you
sounds
wouldn't
like-
want to rig it.
It's a celebration.
But, I mean, just rig
You
it.
are rigging it.
You know
Celebration.
Eli's going in. You know Coughlin's going in. Set them both up for next
The
year.
committee probably says, we can
We'll get
make
him in
Eli
that.
wait.
By the way, you really can have that conversation.
Would it be his third? Right, it'd be his
It'll be
third time through.
It'll be third time through.
And that's the way it goes. And here's the dirty little secret about Frank Gore. He's a compiler. Frank Gore's got to wait.
Played a million years.
Love him. Love him. Great
Gore
player.
played forever.
Yep.
I mean, was it 16 seasons,
Oh, I remember.
16,000 yards?
For a running back, that's ridiculous.
But he never led
Durability.
the league in rushing. Only 1 year had double-digit touchdowns.
No, he was the man,
But he
but
was
he's
a
not.
compiler. And
He was in the league when his son was playing college.
Yeah.
And only
And when his dad was vice president.
and five.
Really?
Yeah.
When he invented the internet?
Yeah, his dad invented the internet.
Anything can happen then. Five Pro Bowls in 16 years. So Gore's going to have to wait. Rivers is going to have to wait. And you know what? Rivers might have to wait a while. Because if Eli's going to have to wait 3 years, then Rivers is going to have to at least wait 3 years.
Can I just say, I just hope in the voting Gore doesn't get screwed. You don't want a hanging Chad.
No,
to
well,
cost
that would be
Frank
something,
Gore.
right?
That's
Are
what
you
you
kidding
don't
me?
want.
You don't want that.
And don't just give up. I'm going to tell you right now, though, Frank, if it happens, don't just give up. You got to keep fighting.
All right, 1-800-919-3776. Do you think, like we do, that Eli's going to have to wait another year to go to the Hall of Fame? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 7 here on ESPN New York.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Just a bad ride out there on the roads, no matter where you're headed. We still have this crash on the LIE eastbound in Nassau County. HOV lane out over by New Hyde Park Road. You're jammed there from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Packed on the belt westbound, heading over to the Verrazano in Brooklyn from Flatbush Avenue. You stay on the brakes on the westbound Staten Island Expressway, heading over to the West Shore. All of your approaches the outbound George are awful. Deegan southbound, they did pick up that broken down tractor trailer on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Damage is done. Some solid delays go back on to southbound 87 in Yonkers. Inbound George about 15 to 20 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Orania 30 to 40. Outbound Holland over an hour. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Game time.
Oh, boy.
Is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, fellas, it's chili time. Yeah. What do you think of that?
That's pretty
Good?
aggressive. No, it was aggressive.
We got to listen to that back and see.
That was aggressive.
St. John's a 25-18 lead on Baylor. That's obviously in the first half. Rutgers lost earlier today to Notre Dame. And that's the extent of your local sports this afternoon/tonight. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
The only thing missing was you just biting the head off a bat, spitting it out.
We don't have a bat here.
We can get one.
Can we?
What if I went down right behind the garbage cans, brought up a rat, glued some wings to it? Then you could do that.
And I've got to bite its head off?
Absolutely. Ozzy did it.
Thank you. Don't you ever hear of rabies?
Listen, Ozzy
Rickets?
did it. Don't you want to be great? Ozzy's great.
Ozzy did it because he was high.
Mm-hmm.
And Ozzy also did it because he thought it was fake. He thought it was a rubber bat that was thrown onto the stage. So when he bit it, he didn't realize it was real.
Is that true?
That is the
Imagine the horror
the true story
of realizing that as you bite down, all of a sudden you're tasting blood.
Yeah.
No. I mean, honestly.
And
two things. I was just in the bathroom. How did we get here?
Did you hear
Why
it?
did we get to the rat?
Well, you didn't. We're not playing in the bathroom?
I did a Tullamore Dew. When do you want me to do it? 6 o'clock CNN?
Yep.
We're going to play it back because I need your approval.
You missed it.
But I think it might be part of the rotation.
It was very aggressive.
It was very metal.
It was
and that's
very,
why he brought
and
up
that's why we're talking about the rat.
The rat.
The
And
bat.
then the bat.
Bat,
But
rat.
no, the reason, because he said, I'll go down and get a rat, put wings on it,
Sure.
you can bite that off.
Yeah.
Real sanitary. I'm not going to do that. And then I told the story that when Ozzy bit, he thought it was rubber. He didn't think it was real. The two biggest incidents in rock and roll history is biting the head off the bat and then Alice Cooper throwing the turkey into the crowd.
Live turkey?
Live turkey, because he thought it could fly, which became a whole thing on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Turkeys can fly. Turkeys can fly.
Yeah.
I swear as God is my witness that turkeys could fly. Still one of the greatest sitcom episodes of all time.
That is a great one.
But so both Alice Cooper and Ozzy, it happened, but it didn't. It wasn't as bad as people
I'm waiting with bated breath to hear it. I'm excited.
I don't know if it's ready. I don't know what you.
No, it's not ready.
He's shaking his head.
Very busy.
He's shaking his head as if the audio, like where it happened.
You got to go find it.
It happened in Asia. Like we're hoping just it was somewhere.
He's got to find it.
In Bangkok.
I can't.
He's got to go back and figure out where was it on the show.
Yeah. Well, at what point was between the
Right.
commercials and right now?
One dropped in Bangkok, and I don't
good.
know how it all works, so I can't criticize him because I couldn't do that job. I
technology?
Could you do it?
Yes.
Just rewind.
I
record?
wouldn't be as fast as them at this moment, but I am pretty savvy with the editing of things. I edit a lot of things.
Is there a timeline here? Is there a?
Well, you know what? I got it.
No pressure, Jake.
It sounds like
whatsoever.
in mere seconds. Does this have to download? Are you waiting?
Gotta get
we just
approval.
need better Wi-Fi here. Is that the problem?
Well, it's pressure. He has to find the spot. He has to cut it. He has to export it. He has to save it and put it back into the system.
The skimmer is not what it used to be.
I feel like
that too.
I feel like I'm now forced to keep this bit alive because of the ticking. So I'm not pivoting to the call.
You don't feel anxious with the ticking? The ticking's making me anxious.
left on the ticking.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is how Richard feels.
here it is.
Oh,
It's
boy.
brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas, It's Charlie time. Yeah.
The laugh at the end.
I don't know.
Did he need the yeah?
No,
Like
I'm
the
with
yeah.
you. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean it sincerely. I
It's
don't
the-
know.
I don't know.
But what is
I'm
it?
with you.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you.
I got to think it through.
But what is it though? It's the yeah.
No, the yeah was that's something
It's
no matter what.
What he's telling me is, come tomorrow. I'll have 2 more cracks at it tomorrow.
Yep.
And
from home.
Maybe that one. No, I'll be at the Rock.
Oh, you'll be at the Rock. So
maybe
but
the
listen-
horn will go off at the same time.
Oh, that'd be
Maybe we
great.
can time it.
Oh, that's
Goal,
special.
goal horn.
You got to make sure that when you're at the Rock that you have your gain turned down just a tad.
Yep.
So if you go really loud on it, we don't have a great one that then has crackling in it because you went too hot for that
Yeah,
microphone.
we will work on that.
All right?
Yeah. How was the reaction to the my arms with you?
It was very funny. I enjoyed it.
Did you?
I saw it.
Did you eventually?
I
see
did
that?
see it. Yeah.
Terrifying, but I enjoyed it.
His prices are insane.
I enjoyed everything that we're doing here on the program.
What was the HBO comedy special? It wasn't a special. It was a weekly. It wasn't Kids in the Hall, but it was around that same time. The Big Show with Bob and Doug. What was it called again? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no. It wasn't called The Big Show. It was
called something that. You know what I'm talking about?
The something show.
Yeah.
What show?
I'm sure somebody
Mr.
else
Show?
will. Mr. Show.
Love Mr. Show.
Right. And there was a bit.
I laughed to that show while feeling the effects of Mary Joanna. I swear to God, it was the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. It was one of those moments when life can't get better than this. I could
It was
not
so
control
good.
myself
And
for 20
one
minutes.
of them goes on to become, one of the great characters in history of television.
Yeah.
So there was a bit where it's a kid that keeps trying to commit suicide to metal.
Okay.
And so the band he attempts again and fails, but the band that he tried to commit suicide to comes to visit him. And so you just see his head above the blanket. They take the blanket off, and he like dipped himself in acid, so his body is just like doll sized.
Oh, I remember.
And his hands are
I
flying.
remember it.
That's what I remember.
I remember that skit so well. You know what the one is that makes me die of laughter? It was. Do you remember the same actor? What's the guy's name?
You know what? I got to punch it up here on.
So you have
IMDb.
David Cross and
David Cross.
Yes, David Cross.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Odenkirk.
he's right.
It's
Yeah,
Cross and
that's-
Odenkirk.
I had no
That's
idea.
why I said he became one of the great
And by
characters
the way,
of all
David Cross
time.
too. He's
Yeah,
just the man.
he's awesome.
So do you remember the episode where David Cross is a college basketball coach, like Southwest Mississippi State, and he's talking about how recruiting is getting harder and harder, and he's in elementary schools trying to recruit like 8-year-olds.
It was a great show.
The show has great
But
laughs.
when I saw my arms moving like that, I thought of that skit because he's got like these tiny arms
no,
and legs. You got to find it on YouTube.
No, we're gonna watch
and
it.
They're
I
like
am
shaking, but his head's normal size. It is hilarious. The other one that was really stupid. It wasn't either of the two, but it was one of the ancillary characters on the show of the guy the mountain climber who comes back to tell his parents he climbed the mountain and keeps falling into the shelves of thimbles.
Yeah,
you got to see it. Like
No, it's
he keeps like showing I went up the mountain and then he falls back.
Well, there's the new version of comedy in that vein.
Right.
Is this dude Tim Robinson?
Okay.
Whose shows now it's called The Chair Company, I believe, on HBO is his new show. They're like completely irreverent, weirdo, 15-minute episodes. You don't know what you're watching. That sort of and I haven't gotten into them yet, but like I know people who swear by it. So it is still happening, Don. You watched Eddie Murphy doc on Netflix.
Yes.
Next, I think you should try the Tim Robinson stuff. It's HBO though. Are you in the HBO world?
I got
You got Max.
I got
don't you?
Max.
There you go.
Just by the way, Mr. Show apparently can be seen on Hulu.
All right, perfect. Check that out. Those and look on YouTube for it.
I will be on the right.
All right, let's get back to the phones. It's always fun to talk to Danny on Long Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Danny?
In the words of the great newscaster Les Nessman, a turkey just flew through the windshield of a parked car. Oh, the humanity!
it's a
great episodes of TV. And as the manager said, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Yep.
Listen, as far as the NFL Hall of Fame, I mean, not since the beginning of man, Council of Trent, Knights of the Round Table, UN Security Council, has there been a more fugazi way of picking anyone to be like the amount of behind-the-scenes bargaining. You vote for my guy, I'll vote for yours. Like, I'm looking at the left tackles. Like, how do I know? how good someone. There's no statistics here now. Baseball Hall of Fame, we can look at a player and go, 500 RBIs, 1,000 home runs, blah, 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 blah. I was a left tackle for 14 years in the NFL. That fact alone, does that make me better than an above-average quarterback who has all these statistics to back up his case?
Well, see, that's what's interesting because, like, baseball, it used to be before steroids, like 500 home runs lock, 3,000 hits lock, 300 wins lock. You don't really have that in football. But for people that don't know the process, and Danny, you bring up a great point, is that each team is represented by a writer. Dr. Zimmerman was the writer for the Jets. Vinny DiTrani used to be the longtime writer for the Giants. So each team's represented, and I think I got to call Gary Myers. We should have him on at some point. We got Damien Woody coming up. Otherwise, I'd have him on at 5:30. Then they have a certain number of national writers. I don't know if it's like 8, whatever. And then so Vinny DiTrani would be and was in the meeting when Lawrence Taylor was eligible and has to convince everybody in the room to vote for Lawrence Taylor. That's what he does. Because let's be honest, it's different now because every game's on television. But going back in the day, I got to try to convince a guy who covers the San Diego Chargers how good Harry Carson is, who might have saw Harry Carson play 3 times in his life, right? Because how often the Giants on Monday Night Football? There was no Thursday Night Football. There was only 2 games on Thanksgiving.
There wasn't a wealth of information out there.
And the Giants probably went to San Diego twice a decade.
Yep.
So I got to now, as somebody who saw Harry Carson or Lawrence Taylor or Eli Manning every single day, have to convince a bunch of people that only saw him half that time or a quarter of that time to vote. It's a convoluted thing, but what stats do you put on? Like, you can't say, well, he threw for 150 touchdowns. That's a lot. No, there is no lot. And offensive linemen, you know how hard that is?
Yeah. Did they have pass block win rate back then?
There might be more analytics. That's why I want to talk to Gary. I'm sure they might use some sort of an analytic to describe how good these guys are. You know, Pro Football Focus always comes up with these numbers and all that. But it is it's hard. It's easier for Eli because people saw him play in the Super Bowl, and at least he played in the era where the Giants were, playing on national television.
How much do the Super Bowl wins, though, weigh in those conversations? Because how else do you tell the story of Eli Manning without either one of those wins, and especially against who they're against? Like, what other story do you tell other than the championship games both years, what he had to do?
Right.
The one San Francisco where he just got demolished and still came out the winner.
Right.
The other one in freezing cold temperatures. But, like, that's a bigger part of the story just as much as the Super Bowl wins, because in the championship games is really where he was at his best in the runs. So what else are you adding to the story? Like, once I'm done explaining that part, what else am I saying? His longevity, his Ironman streak.
Well, those are
like are those the things you add as well? His availability as a quarterback in the
Cal
NFL.
Ripken Jr. It wasn't as sexy as Cal Ripken Jr. in his 2,300 plus games in a row, but he had an Ironman record. He played in New York with the Giants, and
how does that factor in? Playing for the Giants?
Just attention.
Being
on an important team.
You mean pressure?
Pressure, eyeballs.
Hey, well, and also, these people have seen Eli play. They probably see him play a lot more than they.
But you still got to make the
Rivers
case,
play.
though. What you're doing there is you're taking a discerning eye.
All right, he's thrown. He was consistent in the sense that he threw like routinely over 3,500, 4,000 yards, and he won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. And if you could say, well, Don, they always give it to the quarterback. 2 of the most iconic throws in football history were thrown by him.
Yep.
The helmet catch and the Manningham play. Tyree and Manningham were 2 of the biggest clutch throws in the history of football. To be able to come up with game-winning drives at the end of a Super Bowl,
the Burris touchdown also, the Plexico touchdown.
Right, but that's an easier talk. But
it's still a big throw.
It's a big throw, but it's really about like the helmet catch is an iconic moment.
He should have been sacked. He wasn't. Right? You think about that play is more than just catching it on your helmet.
That to me
it's avoiding
is more
the sack.
Eli, and the rest was Tyree.
Yeah,
because he kind of threw it up for grabs. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
but the throw to Manningham.
Oh man, window. Whew.
And then when you get the conversation that we found out later on, where you see the footage of Bill Belichick telling his defense, this is a cruise, and it's a Hakeem Nicks. Those are the guys. Shut them down. Make them throw to Manningham. And he throws as perfect a ball as possible. Like, listen, I'm a Giant fan, so I'm biased, but that's what I would try to convince.
Okay.
There's some of the reasons why Eli's a Hall of Famer, and there are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You sales event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred, or a lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR is $17.48 per $1,000 finance. Ends 12/1/20.
That's not just good VIN. That's Vinsanity.
That's Vinsanity is right. Let's go to Chris in Piscataway. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Chris?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
So I'm a Las Vegas Raiders fan. Have been my whole life.
Sorry about that.
I see these other teams. Like the Patriots were bad for a while, were great and bad for a couple years. The Broncos. Why is it? Do you think that the Raiders just can't get out of their own way? Is it coaching? Is it drafting? Is it just a lot of bad luck? Like, why are we bad for
seriously.
year after year?
Yeah, it starts at the top, like all franchises. It starts at the top. It's decision making you make on coaches in certain situations. It's going all in on certain, like Gruden, right, and giving him everything he needs, and him not doing the job.
Chris,
and bad drafts.
When you see your owner's haircut, does that look like a guy that's going to make good decisions? Wow. Honestly.
How do you pull out of it is the question.
Wow.
You know, you just hope that one day they step in it. Now, I think they got it right with the coach, but unfortunately his shelf life as a coach is limited. He's in his 70s now, but I do think he's a really good coach. But you just got to make the right decisions, and hopefully you make them, right? The Patriots did. They got it wrong with the first coach in Mayo, but they got it right here with Vrabel. They got it right with the quarterback, and that's what you got to hope for. I mean, listen, you tried in Geno Smith to get a quarterback off the scrap heap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And clearly I think he's kind of run out of road.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, his best time was in Seattle.
You've got a coach that I think he's got great spirit, but, maybe time is past here, and you just don't have a
running
ton
out of
of
road,
talent.
too.
Right, so... You just
really
gotta
think
hope
it's
you
the
get
haircut?
it.
You really think it
doesn't help.
Do you judge people just right away? Go, how do I know you're going to make good decisions when that's your choice?
Every day he looks in the mirror and says, "I'm good."
That looks good.
And is he?
You don't think he's trying to be ironic or prove something? Like,
you want to be that guy? And the hair's important, man.
Well, it's that glaring.
Oh yeah.
When you're doing, we talk about Repugdon. Repugdon doesn't hold a candle to that pumpkin pie haircutted freak. And imagine if Dom went on for years and years,
haircut
and
freak?
years. Pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
Haircutted.
Yeah, it's from Dumb and Dumber, but it's the same haircut.
But it's almost one of the reasons why I brought it up, because I knew you were going to do that.
And imagine we just let him be that guy for years and years, and you have all the money in the world. Like, listen, I have to spend $75 a week to shave my stupid bald head and line up my beard, just so on our little stream I don't look like a complete lunatic. This multi-millionaire,
might be a billionaire,
millionaire,
yeah,
can't have a barber come to his house and just give him a nice cut every week, and that's what he went with. He's literally butthead, like he is a butthead.
No, he looks like the kid from
You little pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
You
That's a good line.
You'd shut your mouth if you knew it was best for you.
Who you were thinking of?
I'm drew a blank because of the pumpkin pie haircut. It's freak got me. It's a kids. It was a kids show, and I just can't remember it now.
Kids show.
It was a book that turned into
With
a movie.
Pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
His friend is. His friend's got like the same kind of hair.
A book that turned into a movie.
A book that turned into a movie.
Kids
book turned into a movie.
Absolutely blanking right now.
Pumpkin pie haircut. So a kid with like the hair's like split down the middle kind of situation.
No, did Tom Sawyer have a friend?
It's definitely not that old. It's more recent.
And more recent.
Yeah.
Maybe watch with the kids.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Oh boy.
And it's just not
I
there.
haven't even thought about that era. So over like the last 15 years, because you've had kids in the age of movie watching age, Alan, for like 20 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more.
Oh yeah, back to 2001.
So you've been watching kids and like teeny movies for like 20 some years straight.
25
and still
years.
right now.
Yep.
Like Thursday, when Thanksgiving ends and like everyone's hanging out, yes, you'll be fighting for some football, but at some point, some crappy movie is going to get thrown on.
No, won't be tomorrow, but
not Thursday, not over the holiday.
No. But like some point Saturday maybe or something like that.
You're going to come downstairs and everyone's in.
Yeah, and we'll get.
So that's what gives you your
Zombies
range.
7 or whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
And this is the phase that you're getting into right now.
So much fun.
Is going to be the phase of watching the random crap that the kids are watching. Are the kids watching real movies yet?
Yeah, we've watched real movies with them.
Like, are they still predisposed to cartoons?
Yeah. Well, no, they've moved on. It's always sad when they move on. With Peppa Pig, they moved on from it. Like I wasn't ready to move on, but they moved on.
You weren't ready. I understand.
And then Bluey.
You weren't ready.
No,
are they done with Bluey?
They're done with Bluey.
How
it's
did that
Henry
hurt?
Danger and the Thundermans. You familiar with it?
Oh, very. Yeah.
The Thundermans.
Henry Danger. It never goes away. It just
I don't know.
they've
So
made
these are live
5
action
million
like
episodes.
sitcoms, but they're like
YouTube
kind of
or are they
for
movies?
Kids. They're TV shows.
TV shows.
But I don't even know what was on because they're watching it on like one of the apps. So I don't know what it originally
who knows?
was. Probably a
But they're not
Nickelodeon thing or something.
They're not sitting around watching like stupid internet videos that you can't understand yet.
Oh yeah, they're doing that too.
Like
especially him.
He's watching like kids play video games and you don't understand what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Does it scare you at all?
Terrifies.
Like because there was one I was watching.
Because he plays Roblox. And then he goes on the YouTube, and then somebody makes a mod, and then he wants to get that. And I try to explain to him, no, that somebody just created that. You can't download that. You can't have that. They're not supposed to run that fast.
But does he want you to spend money on the video games for
Well,
him
he
too?
knows not to do that.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of a Wimpy
Declan reads
Kid.
that.
Thank
and
you,
by
Frank.
the way, everyone in the
Thank
chat
you,
knew.
Frank.
Yeah.
Some people were guessing
Good job.
Napoleon Dynamite at first.
Rowley's the friend, and he's got the same haircut. Yeah.
Hey Don, imagine what do you think? How old do you think Napoleon Dynamite is? The movie.
Oh, the movie. What did it come out? 04, 05. So it's
we
at
got
least
to be
20 years.
over 20 years for Napoleon Dynamite. It's crazy.
That might be one of the greatest cheaply made movies. They probably couldn't spend because I had heard a story that at the end of the credits, the horse scene at the wedding scene where he rides in on the horse, that scene cost more than the entire movie. And they must have made a fortune off that movie. People were buying T-shirts.
Oh my
Lord!
What?
The budget, according to AI Overview, of course, the budget for the movie Napoleon Dynamite was $400,000. It was shot in Preston, Idaho, and relied on the local community for housing and food to stay within its budget. It earned over $46 million worldwide.
That's got to be a record.
That's an incredible percentage. I mean, I don't know if it's a record percentage-wise, but that's a hell of a...
That is incredible.
Uncle Rico, legend.
How much you want to bet I can throw this football over the mountains down there?
It's so quotable. It's so great.
I'd be in a hot tub somewhere with my dream boat.
And you know what? Why do I have a feeling Damien Woody can recite that movie backwards and forwards?
Oh, I have a lot of faith.
We'll check when we come back. Damien Woody next on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window & doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Listen
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Just no easy way to make your way over to the Verrazano in Brooklyn. We've got an issue on the outbound Gowanus by Fort Hamilton Parkway. Broken down SUV in the center lane. That is you jammed on the westbound BQE from the LIE in Creans. Belt westbound, just bumper to bumper heading over to the Verrazano. Delays are starting to back up to Cross Bay Boulevard. Staten Island Expressway westbound keeps you on the brakes through to the West Shore. All of your approaches the outbound George are terrible. West Side Highway northbound slowdowns go back into the 50s. Inbound Georgia, about 15 to 20 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound Holland, going to run you over an hour. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? While the PCA can help, it's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Target's Black Friday deals are delivering big surprises all week long, like 40 to 50% off top holiday gifts, plus thousands more deals in-store and online, all with free shipping. Load up on all the season's must-haves with huge deals on tech, video games, toys, floor care, clothing for the family, and so much more. Hurry! These deals are going fast. 40 to 50% off gifts and Saturday. Only at Target. Free shipping applies to orders over $35.
Over 50 pounds. It's time for Damien Woody Report, and it's brought to you by Bet365. D. Wood, Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. You know us. We know you. What's up?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
I guessed that you are a fan of Napoleon Dynamite. I just guessed it. You can be honest. Are you a fan of that movie?
Not really. I don't even think I've watched it.
Oh, see, that's.
But why did I agree with you? You know what, Damien? It means you need to watch it because it's right when we were talking about the movie, and then as his transition to plug you coming up, he said, "I bet Damien Woody likes that movie."
And this should be his wheelhouse. That's right, college-ish for him.
But yeah, it's right. I think you should over the weekend sit back with the fam, throw on Napoleon Dynamite. You'll enjoy it.
Okay, I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it tonight.
I would love that. Honestly, if you did that,
that'd be hilarious.
If you do it and watch it tonight, please reach out to Anthony. Text Anthony tomorrow. We need to get your feedback.
Yeah, I just want to get your opinion because
I will absolutely do that. I would do that.
And just be prepared for it to be weird and lovely and great.
And you will love Uncle Rico. We promise.
You will love Uncle Rico.
By the way, so D. Wood on with us as he usually would be a Thursday. We thought we wouldn't get to talk to him this week, but making time for us
because he's a true friend of the show.
He's the man. So thank you, D. Wood.
No problem.
You know, we were just discussing the candidates for the Hall of Fame came out today, and listen, it's a minimum of 4, maximum of 8, so there's going to be a lot of quality guys they're going to have to wait. And we were just discussing it, looking at some of the names. I think Drew Brees is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think Larry Fitzgerald is certainly a first ballot Hall of Famer. Torrey Holt, Willie Anderson, Adam Vinatieri, who you played with. Is Eli going to have to wait another year, you think?
Are you talking about Adam Vinatieri?
Yeah. You think Eli's going to have to wait another year or so?
I don't think Eli's a first ballot.
Right, and this would be his second time. So, do you think he's going to have to wait?
Second? Okay.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to have to wait again?
Man, it's going to be close. It's going to be close, man. Like, I would really like to see my buddy Adam Vinatieri get in because, I mean, to me, he's the best kicker of all time, in my opinion. That's just, maybe I'm biased because he helped me get a couple rings, but that's just the way I feel about Adam Vinatieri. He did it, at a top level with both the Patriots and the Colts. So hope he get in. But Eli, listen, if Eli doesn't get in this year, I mean, I can't imagine Eli waiting that long to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
D-Wood, what we saw, like, it feels like each week with the NFL, we see a block of games or a bunch of games, and we just marvel at, like, either a bad decision, a dumb decision, or an incredible play. Like, the league week after week, there seems to be a lot of parity, but there also seems to be each week some other story about the way the game's being played. The Giants had a chance again to win a game. And there's so many now because today it feels like going for it on fourth down is just what you're supposed to do. But they had a chance to make it a 6-point game with a field goal. And they opted to go for it. They fail. They end up losing, as you know. What's the right thing to do there in today's NFL? Because it doesn't seem like kicking and taking the points is the right thing to do.
So much of our game is about analytics now. As soon as the situation comes up, what's the first thing that pops up on the screen?
Right.
What does the
percentage.
analytics say?
Yep.
Instead of a coach having a feel for the game and understanding the circumstances, because sometimes it's like, okay, I need to take these points right now because maybe our offense is struggling and the defense is playing well, or whatever the case may be. I think the coach ultimately has to understand to have the pulse of his team in the moment, and not just say, okay, talk to his guys upstairs who's in the analytics, and just tell them, yeah, this is a situation we need to go for it. I just think the game has to be more nuanced than that.
But I will tell you, I never thought I'd miss this era, D, of when, like, hey man, it's fourth and goal from the 6. You're up 3. There's no book to look at. You kick a field goal, you make it 6,
take the points,
and you force them to move down the field. That, of course, was the Giants situation this last week. But 2 weeks ago, my horrible Commanders were in that game in wherever the hell they played, Spain, and them and the Dolphins back and forth. No one kicking field goals from inside the 10. At any point, one of them would have won the game, and no one wants to do it. It just seems crazy.
It does seem crazy, but can I be honest? It's so exciting. Like I love like the aggressiveness of coaches now. Like even though I'll watch these games and be like, what the hell is he doing? But from an entertainment factor, I kind of like it.
Oh, the league must love it. The league must love it. The networks love it.
Oh, the league. Oh, of course they do. Of course they do. Who wants to kick a chip shot field goal and just go about your day? Why not add a little twist, a little excitement into it, and have these guys going for it on fourth down? It seems like every single time.
Isn't it ironic though, guys? Like all day they're not kicking field goals, passing up field goals. But then every week a few games end with what? A chip shot field goal with no time left.
Yep.
Still end up kicking a 28-yarder to end it.
Right. Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly. Now, speaking of the Chiefs, so we talked to you last week, and we were discussing who are the teams. And we all had our takes here, and I was all on the Eagles. And you were a believer, Damien, that the Chiefs still had some gas in the tank. They get a big win in very KC fashion against Indy. Not sexy, don't cover the points, but find a way to win over Indy. 1 week later, how do you feel about the Chiefs, about the Eagles, and where we're at the top of this league?
Yeah, listen, I think with the Eagles, with the Chiefs, they had to win that game. I'm sorry, you fall to 5 and 6, and it's DEFCON 1 as far as making the playoffs. I think the Chiefs knew the magnitude of that game, and they threw the kitchen sink at the game, and they pulled it out in overtime. You could tell like how desperate the Chiefs were because they were committed to the run. When was the last time Andy Reid and company were committed to running the football? That's unheard of unless it's a air of desperation. So I think there's still questions to be had about the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles, look, they're still one of the best teams in the NFC. We just don't know what the hell they are offensively. Their defense is going to keep them afloat, but I just think with the way this offense is operating, it's going to keep them from going back to the Super Bowl. They're just too inconsistent on offense, in my opinion, to get to Santa Clara this year.
Now, we were talking about the Giants, and they keep blowing these leads, and everybody wants to clean house, including our producer, Anthony Pusick, and that Shane's going to go. But when I analyze their talent, Damien, for 3.5 quarters against some of the best teams in football, they're playing toe-to-toe, if not better. And then there's the collapse with 7 minutes to go, the collapse in the fourth quarter. So is it a talent issue with the Giants, or is it just a team that has been coached poorly and just doesn't know how to win?
I will say this, Don. I think this will answer your question. I think the Giants are going to be the most desirable job in the offseason by far. Because I think any coach worth anything will look at the Giants situation and will say, wow, look what I have to work with here. I got a quarterback. I got like every major component that you need to win and win big in the NFL, the Giants have it. They got a quarterback. They got guys to get after the quarterback. They got a left tackle. They got a star wide receiver. They got pieces on defense. They just need a coach who knows how to press the right buttons and knows how to manage a game.
So you would keep that? Would you keep Shane? Shane, because he assembled these guys. You said they have.
I think he's earned the right. I think he's earned the right with the pieces that they have on this roster. I think he's earned the right to pick the next head coach.
So let's move into another team that actually plays in the state of New York, and that's the Buffalo Bills. Because with a giant job that would be considered, right, like most people would want this job. You have the quarterback, you're in New York. There's a lot of things to like. I do think the roster has pieces on it, young pieces you can build with. There's a lot of this is an attractive job. If the Bills run into, because they do look like, one week they look like themselves, really it's mostly Josh Allen. The next week they look terrible. They've had a couple of bad losses. They've had some performances that make you wonder, are they Super Bowl caliber? If they don't get there again, if they fall short even of the AFC Championship game again, do you think they make a move there and get a new coach?
Great question. Once upon a time, there was a coach in Tampa who was knocking on the door and could never get through.
Tony Dungy.
Just had really good roster, great defense. Offense really was average at best. And they just kept knocking on the door, and they just never could get through. And so Tony Dungy moves on. In comes John Gruden. Very next year, what happens?
Yep.
Super Bowl. They win a championship. And so sometimes I just think people can take you to a certain point, and that's it. And then you got to move on to something else. Because think about this. The Bills had dominated the AFC East for 6 years and have nothing to show for it. Nothing. And now the New England Patriots are sitting here in first place, and they're back. And listen, I will say this. The Bills without Josh Allen would basically be where the Jets are right now.
Wow.
They will be a 2 to 3 win team.
So the rest of the roster is not good enough.
It's not, in my opinion. It's not. I mean, listen, Josh Allen literally has to throw on his case every week for this team to win. Every week he has to. Josh Allen had to, against Tampa, Josh Allen had scored 6 touchdowns for them to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you saw what happened when he ran up against that buzzsaw in Houston with that defense. He couldn't do it because there was nothing else around him that would allow them to win the game. And so for me, I just look at Buffalo as like, you didn't make a move at the trade deadline. Don't give me this garbage about, well, we tried. I don't want to hear that. Fans don't want to hear that. Did you make it or not? Other teams were able to make moves, and you didn't. And now you're sitting here, and your quarterback is getting beat up, and you're falling behind.
So who would you want, if you could pick anybody, who would you want to see them get as a head coach to get them over the hump?
That's a great question. I haven't even thought about it. I wouldn't get a coordinator. It would have to be I think a veteran coach.
Mike McCarthy, like that.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like Mike McCarthy is a good coach. Isn't that what I described in Sean McDermott? Like, it seems like Mike McCarthy is a guy that gets you to a certain point.
Yeah,
Now, I know
he won a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, but that was like eons ago in today's NFL.
Yeah. With the best
Mike
quarterback in the
McCarthy
world.
seems with the best, right? Exactly, with the best quarterback in the world. Mike McCarthy, he's a good coach, but I don't know if he's going to take you to the next level.
That's the problem. It just doesn't feel like it. Again, looking from a Giants standpoint, because I think the Giants need to bring in a guy with a resume who's done it before, an experienced coach to kind of get them back on track. And when you look, unless somebody surprisingly shakes free, now generally there's at least six openings a year. We only have 2 right now, so you never know who shakes free over that. When we get to Black Monday, but right now,
I wouldn't mind Mike McCarthy in New York. I would not mind.
With the
that.
Giants.
Yes.
Now, why is it different for Mike McCarthy here versus anywhere else?
Because you got a young quarterback who you're trying to. All the potential is there, and Mike McCarthy. Listen, you can say what you want about Mike McCarthy not getting over the hump. He knows how to develop quarterbacks. That's one thing he's really good at. Okay, he did it with Aaron Rodgers.
Dak had great years.
Dak had great years. Like, he knows how to put it together. So, like, that to me would make sense for the Giants.
Well, Damien, thank you for changing up the days for us, because we wanted to be able to talk to you about what happened in Week 12 and preview Week 13. So I want you to enjoy your Thanksgiving. You host?
Always.
he's
because
rich.
Our tribe is so big. It only makes sense for everybody to come to us.
Yeah, I mean, wait, how big a Thanksgiving are we talking about at the Woody household?
It's going to be about like 20.
20?
That's nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a big but reasonable number, not like a 50 spot.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Not a 50 spot, but 20. Yeah.
All right.
Still, it's small enough that it's intimate enough that should, after some seconds, you're watching that second game, should you nod off in your own house on the couch, you're comfortable doing so.
That is correct.
That's right. That's comfort.
That is correct.
But watch Napoleon Dynamite. Don't just kid us. If you're not interested, just say you're not interested. We'll understand.
Sure.
But if you're going to watch,
I'm going to watch tonight.
I can't wait.
But please text Anthony. I'm really curious to know your thoughts.
Okay. Well, that's the assignment. The wife and I will do that tonight.
Done.
Oh, she's going to love it.
You're the man, dude. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Hey, y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, brother.
You too.
You too.
I really believed in my heart that he had seen it and loved it. I don't know why.
Won't it be even more satisfying now if he had said something that's like, that movie is incredible.
Think about it again. I think he was in the league already, but he was a young player in the league in a locker room. That movie's probably everybody's talking about that and I'm quoting it in the locker room.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'd go that far.
You don't think
football players? Nah, I don't know. It was still nerdy.
Maybe it was
nerdy and
but
niche.
it was kind of funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I was
it's
late
classic.
to it. I mean, I was like, where did all these Vote for Pedro T-shirts all over?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
my wife's saying, there's a movie, and then finally when it got like on HBO, I did not see it until it ended up on the premium channel. So I was a little late to it. I probably didn't see it till like 05.
Oh, I believe I'm in theaters.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
We got a break.
I'm of the age.
We got a break. Oh.
Well, that was Damien Woody and his report, brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. We've got ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. we've got a show that's going to take you right up till 7 right here on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
And then guess what? Guess what tomorrow is? Wednesday, but guess what the day after that is?
Thanksgiving.
That's right. And this Thanksgiving, FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs, all right? When everyone's done, you have your group parlay, all right, with your own funds. So you can bet as a team. So, for example, game 1, Lions-Packers. How about a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown? Boom. Then your cousin jumps in. He says, I'm going to take a Patrick Mahomes yardage over. Boom. He does it in the second game. Then the nighttime game. I want a Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown against the Bengals. It's right there for you. Boom. Now you have your group parlay. So it's that easy. Grab your crew and start to build. That's how we do it with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel. Play your game, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Still a lot to do on the show, including ENN. If you're listening on the Railroad, the app, or watching us on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, ENN coming up in just under 12 minutes right here on DHR.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines. This year, Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
The ESPN New York Holiday Party is back. Both the Michael Kay Show and we are bringing the holiday cheer at your mother's house.
Yep.
in Garden City Park, Long Island on Friday, December 12th.
Long Island.
Once again, collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 p.m. on Friday, December 12th at your mother's house, brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid. It's not the 1-year anniversary on the dot, but, it's going to be strange, right? Last year's holiday party was a transition. It was the last Michael K. show. We introduced Alan Hahn to our audience as the guy that was going to climb aboard with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. And, life really changed for this station, for all of us. So it's hard to believe it's been a year coming up.
Yeah, finally stopped getting held back by Michael. And
wow.
Don and I just held down and with the foot of Michael's large size 13s on the back of our heads, you know what I mean?
No, Michael!
Face right down in the mud. We were able to come out of it, wipe the dirt off our face.
Put your name on the show.
Put our names on the show like gentlemen and survive. But in all seriousness, it has been a can you believe that? Looking at the year?
That's the part that really does surprise me because it's really been a blink of an eye, and here we are a year later. And, we have a lot to discuss.
A lot to be thankful
Peter,
for.
thank you, Alan. I hope you make the team.
And look, you made the
too,
team, Joe.
We don't know.
Made it.
No,
you
we
made
don't
it.
know.
At this point,
non-guaranteed contract.
Yeah, at this point, it wouldn't be getting cut though; just be getting fired. Different story.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I was about to ask you guys before the break, and then I said, "Let me just wait till we go on the air."
Okay.
One of my favorite Thanksgiving questions: what time is the festive meal in your household?
Well, it works out for us because I'm leaving with the Devils at I think 7. We got to meet at 6.
Okay.
Because we got a game at 4 o'clock on Black Friday in Buffalo. So we'll meet We'll meet over at the Rock and we'll bust to the plane for I think it's 7 o'clock. So, but it works out for us because we usually eat around 2, 3, make it early.
Yeah.
How about you?
2, 3,
2 or 3.
Alan, what's you? I want to observe first.
Well, it's what do we plan or what do we actually do?
Both.
That's been the problem.
Both.
Yeah. Same. Usually about 3-ish. Ends up being closer to 4, but 3-ish is the target.
I think that we're going to probably sit in the same areas, hoping around the 3 or 4 o'clock range.
Don't we all do that though, right? Nobody.
And then some people do. Some people. Ebro was saying today his target's 5.
It's late.
But which is on the late side for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are some people who go as early as 1 o'clock.
You could do 1 o'clock.
There are people who do that.
First of all, when do you actually start eating? Because noon is when we start eating.
See, that's
my
the thing.
sister hosts, right? So she loves Thanksgiving.
And how many people? How many people?
Monstrous spread. What is it this year?
Like a good guesstimate.
Guesstimate's probably 10, 12,
okay.
something like that. But she loves like hors d'oeuvres, like big on all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Little snacks. So by the time dinner comes, it's like I'm already full.
Well, that's the interesting part. Why I respect people just having the meal early is you have the meal at 1 o'clock. You don't just snack all day. You get to the meal.
Fair.
And then you get to have your leftover meal.
The follow-up.
7 o'clock,
Yeah, later on.
7:30, come back, make a little sandwich.
Post-dessert turkey sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come right back.
You got to make it a whole
So
thing.
no breakfast, right? That's a wake up and just no.
See, this is the
mistake
This
people
is the
do.
rookie
Fast.
mistake. No.
Okay.
This is the rookie mistake.
What is
Go
it?
ahead.
Because people will say,
You need the lining.
I'm having a big meal. Andrew Gunling used to always do this.
Okay.
Not that his lunch basically was a
Well,
tuna fish on a hamburger roll.
Anthony
right?
basically
So-
ate like a newsie.
So
I mean, in the 20s,
It
he'd
was-
come around here and be
Andrew?
like, "Does anybody have a little bit for my
More,
meal?
please.
Can I have a bit of your tuna,
Right.
your sardine
And
for
like
my
a-
bread?"
Now he would say, "Well, why aren't
That was
you?"
two
But
different
sometimes he would just not have
accents.
lunch.
I'm mixing it all up.
He would not have lunch, and I'd say, "Why?" He's like, "Because I'm having a big dinner later." Like,
Right.
That's a rookie mistake. People think, "Oh, I want to just be empty." If you don't eat if you eat dinner on Wednesday and figure I'm going to fast until we have Thanksgiving, your stomach is going to shrink because you haven't eaten, and now you're going to get stuffed faster. You want to lay a little bit of a foundation. I'm not saying pig out for breakfast.
But what do you
You're
have,
going
a
to be
bowl
like
of
1 or
cereal?
2 o'clock. Have a nice bowl of cereal. Maybe cut some banana in there, get some substance. Some
There you
What
go.
you
protein,
want is something
or get some
easily
potassium.
easily digestible.
Right. I mean, you don't want to sit there and go and get a McDonald's breakfast.
You're not
or
going
something.
omelet?
No, but
Omelet's
just
not bad.
No,
Omelet's just great.
Actually, yeah, eggs go right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Just
you're
have a
feeling it.
donut with coffee or something. Just lay some sort of a foundation in there.
Hmm.
Because people make the mistake. I just won't eat for 24 hours and pig out.
Well,
No,
all right.
all of a
And then
sudden,
you
like halfway through the meal, you're like, "Oh my
Listen.
God, I'm full."
All right. So my professional experience,
Go ahead.
a lot of Thanksgivings in my life.
Yeah.
What I have learned over the last 15 years, 15, because it really started 15 years ago when I actually started caring about being healthy again, was a hard morning workout. Like HIIT, like a cardio HIIT workout, something like where you're just
after it.
You're soaked, exhausted. Now your metabolism's just fired, and it's begging for food.
Very good point.
Right? And that's it. Protein shake, that's it. Nothing else. And then wait.
Listen, it's worked out for him.
Your stomach feels full, but it's easily digestible. It's gone, and then by the time you're ready to eat, ready to go.
But the thing is, Don, we're in a different situation. Whatever Allen's doing is working for him. Better than whatever we've been doing is working for us.
Right.
So it's
it's
hard
not for everyone, but I'm just saying.
It's hard for us to say what is the better thing here because you got to make the right choice. Now, I also have to turn around and like you got. Actually, we all in the same spot though. We all have to turn around and wear a suit within like a day of this whole thing.
That's a great point.
And you all know suits generally, usually, the cut of a suit,
how's
the
that
fit
button?
is pretty tight.
That button right.
I'm already. The shirts are tight.
Right.
The collars are tight. Everything's already tight.
I don't want to take Danico's eye out with
That's the thing. It's real. And then what do you? Because I have to be on air for Survivor Series on Saturday.
Okay.
I fly out Friday.
Oof.
So Thursday you go hard. I think Friday you really have to try to scale back and try to get.
What
a
do
little
I
bit.
do? I'm going to be on the air. I'm going to have a hit
Friday
probably
afternoon?
just before 4 o'clock on Friday.
And you're flying, so you're going to already be kind of swole.
That's the thing. It's like
That's true, too.
I like the meal on the charter. I can't see having it.
Nope.
I can't see
night
having
of?
it.
Night of? You know what, Don? I have faith in you.
Oh, dude. Like, yeah, after Thanksgiving, you're going to get on the plane and eat.
No.
By the way, I wonder
here's the
if they'll
problem.
do a Thanksgiving dinner.
Of
They're
course they-
probably going to do a
of course
Thanksgiving
they
dinner
will.
on the charter. This is the life you live now, Don. You're Don LaGreca, voice of the New
So
Jersey
I'll have
Devils.
like 2 Thanksgiving
That's
dinners?
right.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. Ask someone you travel with. I bet they serve Thanksgiving.
Oh, no. You understand. Like, when there's – so we were in Denver one year, had to stay over. So the Giants were in Denver playing the Broncos on Thanksgiving. So we went to the game.
Wow.
What do you think they served as the media meal?
Thanksgiving dinner, baby.
Of course. So you know that's coming.
Has to.
All right.
What a charmed
see.
life.
I'll get you an update. ENN.
Yep.
Coming up next, Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of the night. Get home safe and quick. We're in bad shape out there on the road, starting out in Jersey, 17 southbound, crawling toward Route 4 in Paramus. Broken down tractor trailer in the left lane, not moving much there from Ridgewood Avenue. Inbound George, stick with the lower deck if you can, about 10 to 15 minutes. Upper level, about a 20 to 30 minute ride. All of your approaches to the outbound side are awful. Cross Bronx westbound, slam from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 45 minutes. Outbound Hahn, going to run you over an hour. No relief on the outbound Gowanus in Brooklyn. A broken down SUV in the center lane by Fort Hamilton Parkway. That has you jammed on the westbound BQE from the LA and Queens. Heavy delays in Westchester County. Heading over to the Rockland-bound Tappan Zee Bridge. Crash on 287 westbound by the Thruway Merge. You're solid there from 22 in White Plains. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports.
Do what you want. It's ENN.
I like having Bear back.
Yeah, he needed to be here. ENN tonight, driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Still bothers me. Is there a way that I can read it?
Sure. If you're uncomfortable.
I really do feel uncomfortable.
I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Don, Alan, and Michael.
There's nothing better than that. Yeah. And you know I'm not a face-first guy, Don. We always spoke about that.
Not a big pie guy, as we know. There's all kind of like Easter eggs in there.
Yep.
Good evening to Don.
Kenny's rocking back and forth, Bryce. He's banging into me up here.
To Don.
The only one he would have a problem with is Peter, and he doesn't like to work.
What was that from?
That was us spilling into the 3 o'clock hour.
Yep.
I was gone.
And you weren't there. And I said the only one that would have a problem with it is Peter.
Work.
He doesn't like to work. So you didn't. You commented.
Ironically, because I wasn't working.
Well, because you commented thinking that Michael overstepped his bounds going into the 3 o'clock hour. But when you found out it was because of us, you didn't care.
Oh, no. I knew it was you guys also.
Okay.
I was just,
being that guy. I'll be there. You got to wait till tomorrow. By the way, we got approval from management. All 5 of our things during the week will happen tomorrow.
Is it all 5 or is it all 3?
No, listen, he said he wanted all 5, and I listened to my boss.
Wow.
So the NFL binge, talk about it Tuesday,
Damn
a list, that guy Thursday, and Fraud Alert Friday.
Fraud.
All tomorrow, which is really a lot because we're off at 6:30 tomorrow because of Rangers.
And we have picks.
And we got picks to do. We've got Booger McFarland's coming on.
Yes.
I want to get Gary on. If that's possible, Anthony.
Gary.
Myers. Yeah, sure. We'll extend the show an hour.
Gary Myers.
Okay.
To get his thoughts on Eli and the process with the Hall of Fame. Listen, you can outvote me. It's just a suggestion. I'm a Gary guy.
I love Gary. We have, at the moment, if you're going to add 2 more features, we have the opening segment in 4:45.
Listen.
I'm just.
What's the matter with 4:45? What's wrong?
Nothing wrong with 4:45 at all.
But listen, I've got 2
The list
hosts
better be nice and compact.
that have an equal say, and they may not be Gary guys.
Love Gary. I call him Gah.
But I guess you can love him and not want him on at 4:45. So what say you, Peter?
Gary Myers, covering gangrene and big blue. Gary Myers, breaking
Roger Waters, Bob Dylan, Joey Salvia.
3 of the greats.
What say you?
I'm good.
All right, good. Listen, that's fine.
No, he's good.
That's fine.
He's good.
All right, Jacob?
I won't be here, but I'm good.
Did you mean good? Would you?
Where the hell's he going?
Yeah, he's leaving us tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
I need to know who's on the board right now.
Sir Harvey Cruz.
All right.
Who's also here right now.
I love Harvey. And
Is he ready for this moment,
that's
though?
This is
Wednesday
big.
before
I'm not ready for tomorrow.
This is big for Anthony because we now are tied at 2. We got 2 I'm goods.
Love Gary.
And 2 let's go for
I'll
it.
text him right now.
Were you officially good, Peter?
No, I didn't say I'm good.
No, but you're in on Gary.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about 2 members of the show not being good. But one of them's not here. All right, let's Harvey Cruz just wandered in.
Oh, you're giving respectfully. You're giving Harvey a say on
so he's going to be
program?
running the board tomorrow.
I don't
he
know
gets
if that
a
matters.
vote?
Yeah, I don't think it's a vote.
He's filling in.
I'm just kind of
Harvey, respectfully, the fill-in board guy is not getting a vote.
I
on
mean,
this.
you're
just
bringing
so
a guy
you
up from
know,
the G League, and now he's going to all of a sudden he's going to get a full share
of the Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. I'm the only one that respects you. So go ahead. You have a vote. You even know what we're talking about.
And he knows that's not true because I knighted him. That's why he's Sir Harvey.
I appreciate it. I mean, we got 5 elements apparently.
Oh, dear God. All right, goodbye. You had your chance, and now I didn't ask you to break it down. I said vote. Yeah, you know what? He's right.
See, that's what you got, Don.
Dear God.
Now,
he's
just-
still drunk from the Gotham FC parade. Yeah. I gave him a little. He grabs the mic. He's giving a wedding speech.
This is the guy you were giving a vote
Get
to.
out of the studio. No, take the mic away. Get out.
He turned it off.
What's Tom's
I vote yes.
availability
I vote
tomorrow?
yes. How about
No,
No,
you
now
can't
it doesn't
vote
go
yes
down.
now.
Right down the toilet.
This is the guy
Matter
you
of
were
fact-
giving a vote to.
Matter of fact, Gary's
Look
out.
at you.
Now Gary's out. I'll ask Gary
the only-
myself.
can
I'll call him myself. I'll have a conversation on the way home.
Chat with him and let us
Get
know
out
what
of
he
the
said.
studio.
Yeah, find out what he
disgusted
said.
with you.
Good evening.
Absolutely
Good
disgusted.
evening to Don.
Did you see that goal?
And to Don.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Bruce Boudreaux.
And to myself. Repug Don doesn't hold a candle to that pumpkin pie haircut, you freak. And to Alan.
Wait for the splash.
Wait a minute. He had a clean day?
I had a clean day, apparently.
Alan was great today.
Not, I laid out a lot.
Why is that? You want to talk about it?
I was enjoying
It's Tuesday.
Oh, guys, I finally.
I was
good
enjoying
news.
the show.
Good news. I finally have the audio of the fight at the end of the Devils game.
Oh,
from
no,
last
I don't
night.
have it. Really?
I didn't know. Oh, now it's really opened up, guys. It's not going to have to wait till the next meeting. They're going to go at it now as Siegenthaler putting a pounding on a Red Wing on the ice.
This is a little bit insane. It's Raymond, it's Larkin. I never knew they were tough.
About that life.
I got hyped up.
Did you hear Don, though?
I did, but he
had some joy.
He came short of the blow-by-blow.
Well, because it's on TV.
Yeah, but if the fight was a different kind of fight, would you actually get in there like with delivers left hand, now left hand? Because sometimes hockey guys go all the way, full boxing commentary.
Yeah, you do get the rare
I don't know
throwing
if it's
a left.
necessary to call it straight up like a fight. I have heard that done.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do you think? Would you call it? If it were like a straight up standing up, you're really watching them face off.
Gloves drop, helmets come off,
and now
and they
they're getting
square
a
up.
full fight.
Yeah, right?
You think you're going
Yeah,
Jim Lampley or what?
I think only the ones that I think were significant. The blow to blow just seems a little excessive.
Yeah,
but if
depends-
there is a
depends on your
big right,
perspective.
you want to accentuate it with a call, right?
I think if it's like heavyweights, known fighters, right? Then I think you probably do it.
Now, the thing is, I couldn't identify. I was pretty sure it was Raymond that was, but I'm like, I don't want to give a wrong because I'm like, it might not be. Why? This is not too. Siegenthaler and Raymond fighting each other. It was great, and then I saw it was 23, but figured rather than misidentify, was better.
Dano had your back. Yeah, but it's still a good call, though.
Thank you.
Speaking of fights, by the way, moments after the 49ers win over Carolina on Monday night, 49er receiver Jawan Jennings hit Panthers safety Trayvon Morrigan with a quick open-handed right to the face mask.
Mm-hmm.
Dumbest thing in sports.
Yes.
Two players were separated. And late in the game, television cameras had showed Morrig delivering a punch to Jennings' groin area.
Wait a minute.
That's why he waited till after the game.
Jennings said, I was just responding to some childish behavior. The NFL has suspended Morrig 1 game without pay.
He went there.
Yeah.
Nards.
Are there any rules anymore?
Nope, apparently not. So now, would you? To me, the restraint was waiting till the game was over, so you don't penalize your team. Then you get your payback.
Can you believe that though? Going straight for the
right for it.
You're a jobber, bro.
Can't do that.
That is a
Well,
jobber.
you can. You should.
No.
I mean, it's not a street fight. You like to have some kind of code, right? You want to be the guy that goes there.
Yeah, like you're not trying to save your life here.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's kind of not necessary.
Exactly.
That was a great. I don't know if it was from Delirious, Eddie Murphy.
Sure.
Like sometimes you play fight with your girlfriend and she'll do that. It's like, oh, wait a minute, whoa. Yeah, I just don't
Maybe
think
that's no joke.
It's not right.
Oh, that's another thing, Peter, that you'll have fun with at some point.
Oh, I've gotten close already.
When
the stomp,
and she has no idea, and she's just trying to, be playful, and you're like, how do you explain not there?
I actually was feeding her today,
and
I had to put on a shirt because
she went for your nipple.
She noticed my nipple, and she poked it, and I laugh, and I'm like, okay, trying to give her a bottle.
She went in,
and now she's just poking again, like the slowest, most deliberate.
Yeah.
What is this?
Wow, it's jiggly.
And I went, excuse me, and I went, I'm going to go ahead and put a shirt on. You got to focus on the task at hand.
What
you have to watch out.
One of the funniest.
You finally got a drop today.
No, I didn't.
There you go.
That's not.
There you go.
One of the funniest moments. Marco might have been 4, and I'm driving home. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. We gotta get home. I gotta pee.
What is fun?
We pull into the driveway, and I'm hustling. He runs up to me, grabs me there, to help me, so I don't. Because he thinks he's helping me, so I won't go.
Wait, before it was. When you were
I'm running. I'm getting out of the car. I'm running into the house.
Bathroom.
So he figures he'd help me. So he comes up and just grabs me down there to help. I guess to help me hold
it in.
He's just holding it for you.
Well, because you were trying to hold it.
The logic
we should all. We should all try to hold it.
I understood where he was. I was like, no, listen, I appreciate it. I got this.
For future ref, let's talk through that. We'll talk through this later.
Just leading you into the house like a dog. Come on in.
So we mentioned the great lineup of games for Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Yeah.
Including the Bengals of Cincinnati.
With Joe Burrow.
Taking on the Ravens of Baltimore. One team will try to beat the other team by kicking an oblong ball through what shape? An H?
H.
Through an H.
Yeah.
Here's Joe Burrow on the importance of playing on Thursday.
Number one, it's a division game. I got a lot of respect for the people on the opposite side of the ball, but when you play people twice a year, you get tired of them, you don't like them. It's a division rivalry.
Flirting with the music.
You got respect for them, but it's intense out there. It's something I wanted to be out there for.
Flirting.
Playing on Thanksgiving is something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah. That's verbal.
Truth is,
that's word salad, verbal diarrhea.
Truth is, the Cincinnati Bengals received an email from Roger Goodell that said, "It's Thanksgiving. You're the primetime game. Your quarterback's playing."
Yeah, I had to. It wasn't a choice, folks.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that memo was sent before the game Sunday saying, I think Joe should, just for insurance purposes, not play in the game Sunday so that he's available
in case
Thursday
he gets hurt
in the late game.
There you go.
Is it me, or does this year's push around the Maui Invitational and other tournaments in college basketball feel a little bigger leading into Thanksgiving than usually? They have them every year. But every time I've looked up at TV, I've been noticing more. Maybe it's because Turner's now in the game, the college stuff.
They have nothing else, so Turner needs to really promote a lot. So they probably picked up some extra stuff.
Who do they have calling these games?
The usual announcers that they have.
Well, no, because a lot of them are gone.
Secondary guys that you probably might not have heard of. I don't know.
What happened?
I'll tell you what, though.
What happened to BA?
They met. He was doing baseball.
So they still have him for baseball?
I believe so.
So if they kept him, that means he's probably doing these games.
He probably is. And by the way, if you were told, hey, Peter, this is what we want you to do. Go to Hawaii and just call some basketball games.
Not too bad.
Are you going to be like, oh, God, really?
But that's actually not a BA vehicle because the Maui is an ESPN vehicle.
Yes.
The only thing with the Maui thing is you got to wear the stupid Hawaiian shirt when you do the broadcast.
Oh, really, Don?
You're cool with that?
Is that what's going to – is that the deal breaker?
It could be for some.
Come on, man.
Not for me.
No, we've seen you at the Beach Bash.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's your style
That's
anyway.
his thing.
Yeah, you're right. All the
you
coaches,
might take that shirt they give you and wear it around.
All the scorekeepers,
Yeah.
Everyone's in.
Everyone. Yeah.
By the way, can you imagine? I want to know who the brilliant moron is who invented the stupid chain with the team logo on it.
That was obviously a football thing, college football thing, that someone did. Whatever team it was, SEC, I'm sure, and someone made them up to sell to fans, and then every other school's like, oh,
and now every sport,
we're going to do that.
Every sport has it.
Yeah.
Brian Anderson, by the way, on the call of St. John's Baylor.
It is BA, the great BA.
I want to say it was University of Miami with the first turnover chain, but I could be wrong.
It had to be the U.
Now, do you think it's the same yo-yo who invented the first one is the one who is selling all of them?
I would imagine. Be smart.
I hope so.
You really hope so.
Because if someone else came in, it was a great idea. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Wonder if they.
Let me trademark that real quick.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this? We got some Marcus Semian audio. You want to hear from the newest
Yeah,
Met?
why not?
Okay.
Here's Semian on playing in New York.
When people ask me what's your favorite road city, I say New York. I love being in the city. I grew up on the West Coast in a, similar environment, San Francisco Bay Area, maybe not as large as New York, but in terms of culture, it's definitely a place that I really enjoy being. And then I get to do what I love in that city in front of fans that love the game. There's a strong history in that organization.
Hang on a second.
And great players who came
That's
through
cute.
there, did some good things.
Similar
I just wanna be
environment?
One of those players.
This guy's going to Queens. He just talked about the Bay Area.
Well, I don't think he's moving.
Similar environment.
Real quick, I don't think he's moving to Bayside. Okay, he's going to be in Manhattan. Is my guess.
Okay. Similar environment.
I mean, it's a big city. He said to San Francisco. It's a very different city.
Very different.
Well, you know what he should have
They
said.
got a lot more homeless there.
The cleaner line would have been
weather,
it's
everything.
The cleaner line would have
Totally
been,
different.
hey, I'm used to playing in a really big
In a
market.
big city.
I
Yeah.
came up in San
I
Francisco.
don't know about similar environment. Tall buildings, lots of people.
People.
So you got to say something nice. It did sound like
Street
one
lights,
of those things.
people.
Like, if you got nothing to say, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Then don't.
But he's going to.
He's got to answer.
I think they do like coming to Queens. They stay in Manhattan when they play the Mets or the Yankees.
So, Marcus, how much time you think you have left here as a player?
Wow.
I want to play until they tell me to go home. At this point in my career, it feels extremely good to have a team that believes in me, sees what I do well, wants to help me. Offensively, I think that I still have a lot to offer. I'm disappointed in the way that I performed offensively last year. Had a good start in 2024, and I think that just having conversations with Jeff Albert, and I'm looking forward to talking to Troy Snitker about what I need to do to be that MVP caliber bat in this lineup. Is my goal.
It's nice.
Saying all the right things.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's supposed to be a really good clubhouse guy, right?
Yes.
Isn't he supposed to be like a galvanizer?
Yes. And that's something that, quite frankly, I guess they needed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Stearns didn't want to say it, but he was saying it.
Oh,
right?
of course.
How he wanted to change up the room a little bit.
Because when you're changing up the room, I always took it as the room, right? You're not changing up what's happening on the field as much as what happens in the room matters. These guys are together for 7-8 months, and not saying they didn't get along, but it's time. It ran its course, and not just ran its course on the field with the wins and losses, but maybe it's ran its course as far as all these guys being together, and it's time to kind of shake it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably bigger in baseball than any other because they play so many games and they get together for so long. But that chemistry is not just how they work together on the field, but off the field as well.
And the two are one, really, if you think about it.
Well, I know one thing you guys have been wondering about Thanksgiving.
All day.
You've been thinking about how will the Yukon Huskies be celebrating Thanksgiving?
No.
Because they got to turn around at MSG and play in the Centennial One Showdown against Illinois on Friday.
Okay.
So let's ask Dan Hurley, how's the team celebrating?
Have a great Thanksgiving to everyone out there. We're going to celebrate our Thanksgiving on Wednesday as a team. We're going to eat what's in the turkey, Bobby? What makes people sleepy? Tryptophan. So we're not going to eat tryptophan on Thursday and be sluggish on Friday. So we're going to eat the tryptophan, the turkey and everything on Wednesday so that all the tryptophan is out of our system by the time we get to MSG.
Is that really more of an urban legend?
It feels like it. Like, how much turkey would you need to eat
to actually
for
be
tryptophan
sluggish
to really kick in the way it does? it's food coma that makes you nap.
But also, people are drinking wine.
And there's
they're
that too.
eating this. They're having dessert.
Right.
The sugar crash. There's a million things that make you.
Completely agree. But the nap is one of the best parts of Thanksgiving Day.
I just don't think it's gonna be in my forecast this year.
No.
I mean, unless I got my family there visiting, and when Maya finally goes down, can I walk out and go catch a nap? I don't know.
Well, here's your trick: have her fall asleep on you. I can't get her. I don't want to disturb her. I'm just gonna lay here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she rolls off you because you're fast asleep on the couch.
Well,
and that does happen.
I think of you all the time.
It does happen.
I think of Don all the time.
It does happen.
You know what her new move is that drives me absolutely insane?
Biting your nipple.
It wasn't a bite. It was a poke. Okay, it's the laying her on the changing table, and now during every change, attempting to turn and roll over and grab whatever is there.
Oh yeah.
So you've got a diaper full of dung, and she's trying trying to get up and move and turn, and you're like, you get kind of viscerally angry.
Mm-hmm. Wait till you she's got a full diaper. She's in the crib. You're not aware. She's awake, and she finger paints on the wall.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
One of mine did. I will not name names because she will be horrified if I say who.
We narrowed it down.
Well, I mean,
Zach's out.
Yeah, he's out.
Apparently, there's a Wally drop I missed from yesterday.
It's a great finisher going to his right hand.
That's not that bad. Come on.
I mean, you're trying to. It's obviously on your mind.
It's a reach.
Well,
it's a great finisher going to his right hand.
It's not. No.
No.
Wait, did you say that on the air?
Did he say that on the air?
Oh, it wasn't. It was.
No.
Oh wow.
Why?
No.
But it was funny.
It sounded like it was on the air.
And Jacob just said something in our
He's
ears that was
rebellious today.
and it was nothing needed to be said.
I didn't hear that. I heard what Alan said.
Yeah, I said it's a reach.
Oh, but Jacob added to it?
He says he did.
What is this, Full Metal Jacket?
It's like it wasn't needed. We knew what we were all.
Yeah, but you know what? Jacob really wanted to make sure that we knew.
He knows he's off tomorrow.
Yeah, he's celebrating.
Is
there a
already on
reason?
vacation.
Speaking of strange polls,
why do you get?
Ambassador Johnson?
And to continue, why do you get off tomorrow?
Yes.
I think he gets to be up bright and early on Thanksgiving.
I have to wake up super early.
For what?
For what?
DNR. I'm here doing.
And there you go.
Ty and Jake Asman.
We have a live show
Really?
on Thanksgiving morning.
That's the only show.
I take back everything I've ever said about those guys. They're going to work the morning show on Thanksgiving.
Ty and Jake
from. Are they both here?
They better be home.
Yeah.
But who has to be here though, Jake?
Listen, part-timers. I'm going to be here.
I don't think there'll be a YouTube function on that show. I'm just going to take it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
What did Don say? Who else has to show up?
It's Jake and Ty.
That's right.
Anybody else? But they aren't coming in.
I mean,
you have to come in.
Oh yeah.
Sandy's in, right?
No, it's me and Boombaka. Bringing the boom.
Santy better not be in.
Santy can't be in because he's doing
Rangers later.
He's got the two games on Wednesday night.
And then he has Knicks, I think, Friday.
Oh,
yeah.
You know
so
what?
We're going to give Santy a day.
Please give the
We're
guy
going
a
to
day.
give Santy a day.
Rangers have an
no
afternoon
sleep.
game Friday too, don't they?
Yeah, that's why he's.
Yeah.
He's working all day.
He'd have no time. He's got Rangers and Knicks Wednesday
It's
night.
going to kill him. They're going to kill him.
They are.
Actually, they get a break. They get a break. Sandy gets no break, but they get a break. They don't do the yo-yo Black Friday afternoon game. I believe that's you, Don. The Rangers are at night.
You got the yo-yo game. Congratulations.
Yeah, you have the yo-yo afternoon game.
In Buffalo, too.
It's 4 o'clock is afternoon at Jay's, right?
Afternoon plus.
It's afternoon.
That'll do it for ESPN.
I'm disgusted. I
wanted more.
And I also got to tell you guys about Amazon Pickup.
Please do.
Yeah, it's the ultimate convenience play. We know that. Amazon's a part of your everyday life already, but Amazon Pickup takes it to the next level.
Sure does.
So if you're pressed for time and on the go like I am, you can
What are you doing?
choose to send your order straight to a secure pickup location that works for you.
Pressed for time.
Amazon lockers and counters are located near you no matter where your day takes you, so your package will be ready. You hear that, Jacob?
Your package is ready,
Yeah.
Jacob.
That's right. That's right.
Just grab it.
So, however, if you want to finish with your right hand, your package is ready when you are. Life never slows down.
Bezos loves this read.
With a baby at home and the busy schedule, always on the go, it makes it so much
Apparently
easier.
you're pressed for time.
I'm very pressed for time. So it makes it easier to grab what I need between shows. So here's how you do it. Simple. You order online at checkout on Amazon. Just choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You get an email when it's ready with instructions how to pick it up. Quick, secure, always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp. MVP.
I'm not even working with them anymore, and I was right. The Rangers are playing at 1 o'clock.
Wow, look at you.
They've got the yo-yo.
See?
They're the yo-yo Black Friday game.
Hey, so you get a little Rangers at 1, little Devils at 4. You got what time is the Black Friday game? It's the Eagles and
you got
somebody.
Knicks at 7.
Oh, all day.
Chock full.
All day. Shopping
Amazon
and listening.
Prime, baby.
I heard Alan, speaking of Amazon, him and Bill are going to buy people Amazon gifts on the pregame.
Is that true?
No, we cannot do a side-by-side broadcast because it's exclusive Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you're doing your own thing.
I'm doing my own thing. I'll be buying a lot of Amazon on Friday. That's for sure.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711, MSRP $31,070, 0 security deposit, ends 12/1/25.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple. Packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle, you'll get as much caffeine as 12-ounce premium coffee with 0 sugar and also 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone.
Where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Motley Crue is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Carnival of Sins at PNC Bank Arts Center on Friday, July 31st, 2026. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tile and submit your entry. Brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Al.
I quickly wanted to just shout out a good friend of mine, someone you probably know as well, Peter Body.
Yes.
Right, a longtime sports writer here in New York, Daily News and the New York Post.
Mm-hmm. You wrote a book with him, didn't you?
We did, Fish Sticks on the Islanders. He lost his mom, Lucy.
I'm sorry.
And I was this morning at the funeral, St. Joseph's Church in Babylon. By the way, gorgeous church.
Yeah.
This is one of those churches where it's not appropriate to pull your phone out, but take pictures. But it's like one of these beautiful, beautiful churches. And just wanted to shout him out because he's been a good friend of mine a long time. And his mom was like the matriarch of the neighborhood. And he told a lot of great stories about her. And I know he's going through it right now. So I just wanted to shout out Peter Body. He's a great guy. He's been covering sports in New York for almost 30 years.
Yeah,
so,
he's a great guy.
Yeah. God bless to the Body family.
So good job out of you. 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Kyle in New Hampshire. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, what's up, boys?
How are you doing?
Good. I was just calling in on two things. So I was wondering your guys' top fives. I was about to watch Hoop Dreams for the first time. I've never seen it, heard good things.
Just don't have any pillows near you.
Sports documentaries. What's that?
So just don't have any pillows near you. Hoop Dreams, it's a little bit of a snoozer.
I guess he's not a fan, Kyle.
No, it's
really?
really
very
beautiful.
Slow, very slow moving, though.
It's a beautiful story,
Yeah.
but it is slow.
Yeah, it's slow moving.
I did see that it was 3 hours, almost 3 hours. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's
like, I've never. But anyways, Lenny Cook. Have you guys ever seen Lenny Cook?
No.
It's about a prospect that was coming up like during the LeBron Melo, who just totally fizzled out. Very good documentary by one of the Safdie brothers. And then the other thing, just defending mustaches.
Go ahead.
So mustaches, have a mustache, did it in college, was going to bachelor parties being that guy. And then it just kind of stuck. And I actually shaved it once, went into work, and a coworker of mine that I didn't know walked up to like the secretary at my school and was like, why did he do that? Was so disturbed by me shaving my mustache. I was pretty taken back by that.
But you did admit,
and my wife,
you did admit having it, you were being that guy.
Yes, I just trying something new, but I mean, now it's at a point like I'm a teacher. If I shave my mustache, like my whole entire class is just like distraught. They're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Well, kids especially. Like if I shaved my beard, I think definitely Jalen would cry because I think she would be very disturbed.
Yeah, don't
by
do that. Yeah.
You can't make the change. It's too abrupt.
Sports documentaries, because I've been traveling. Netflix has Who Killed the Montreal Expos. It's pretty interesting.
I want to see that. I got the bookmark. Yeah. That's a good one I want to see.
And I saw that it's not sports, but the John Candy doc, although it does get into him owning the Argonauts with Wayne Gretzky and how competitive he was with that. But I did not know did you know the one he was talking about? The draft pick that fizzled out?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But it's the Safdie brothers one. But I do love the Safdie brothers, so I'm down.
Let's go to Dan in Westchester. You're on ESPN New York. Dan.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good.
Just a couple things that I want to ask. A quick question. John, your Tullamore Dew call was so loud that I didn't hear my lane assist while I was driving, and I almost got into an accident.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Hahn, that thing you said about the guy on the Knicks who sat down and busted his junk still haunts me to this day.
It's dangerous.
And,
you got to be careful. Don't just go flopping down on a chair like that.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah. And Peter, listen, I just saw you on the I Hate Christian Leitner documentary. It looks like you lost 20 pounds, man. Looks like you did a lot of good work in the gym.
Listen, it was a long time ago. It was the very early days of
Repug Peter.
Yeah, it was pretty Repug Peter. I think in that one, I'm like wearing a sweatshirt the whole time. Like I don't even know if I shaved. He cared for me to stop crying in the corner and start being funny on the show again, like little yo-yo monkey boy. He wanted me to jump up and make the jokey so the people go laugh time. It was a different time. But I appreciate it. They still air it though. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's a great doc. I got a really important question because if you know anything, and Peter, you know about music, about 50 Cent and all those AI songs he's putting out and all this AI movies they're putting out, how do you think AI is going to affect sports betting? I mean, if I go on ChatGPT and I ask, what's the spread for the Seahawks game, how is that going to work in the future? Because the AI is going to be smarter than these bookies, and it's going to screw the whole system up.
That's a very interesting point.
But the only problem is that it's not. It doesn't know the future. It just predicts what could happen, which is what an analyst does anyway.
Right. I would think the game
still has to play.
Yeah, but it's
reality
way
still has to happen.
Higher than an analyst. It's like a super duper analyst.
Well, but what is it basing it on? Everything that's on the internet, right? So it can only base it on what it knows from what's been already reported. Like I still think the one thing like sports is the one thing that still is not predictable. Mainly because it's reality. It happens.
Yeah,
an injury can happen that you don't
definitely
foresee.
help inform you, but
a bad call can happen that you don't foresee.
I will say this. Now, obviously, it's got to get a lot better if it gets to the point where it's being used in that fashion.
Yeah.
But we were messing around with it, what, a couple of weeks ago, Anthony, talking about the Rangers. We asked them to, analyze the range, and they still had Peter Laviolette as the head coach.
What I mean? Yeah.
So if you're going to do that, and all you need is one tiny little mistake, and everything comes tumbling down.
You could ask them, give me a parlay for the game tonight, and they'll mention a player, and this has happened, who's not on that team anymore.
Yeah, that's because it's
that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't, and because it's the majority of searches and everything else. But it doesn't mean that we might not find a day that AI assists in play calling.
It is a race.
I still think it is a race, and you want to You should win, not your competitors. But don't you think, though, we will get
I think we're basically already there.
But think about it. If analytics already has that much of a space in professional sports, baseball especially, basketball, secondary, if you have that much, we saw in hockey, Don, right, how much analytics now is involved in where to shoot from and all that stuff.
Right.
When do you get to a point, though, where some play calling and game planning is all based on AI off all the numbers, statistics, and data that you have about your opponent?
But you're going to have to make sure that it's correct.
Well, you're feeding the information.
That's kind of when Davey Johnson, when he was the manager of the Mets, they made a big deal about he was the first one that was using computers to do the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So he was feeding the computer information and spit it back out. We've been doing that for a long, long time. If I'm gathering all the information and all the computer's going to do is kind of sort it out
it's just giving you numbers. This is giving you opinion.
But it's
based off of what the numbers are saying.
But I'm all for using the information, but shouldn't the opinion come from the guy that's got the feel for his team and just feels the situation rather, because then just have computers just run everything.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. They're basically there. I mean, think about it. AI essentially is already what analytics are doing. It's just adding another piece to kind of compile those analytics in a way and give you an informed opinion.
Yeah.
It's a summarization.
Right.
So they already are basically there. Now, Steve Brzezinski, if you want to,
Stevie B,
think about all the different ways you can use ChatGPT, said he used ChatGPT to try to talk to his crush. He never spoke to him again. So just keep that in mind. That if you're trying to chat with a lady,
poor Steve,
or a gentleman, and make an impression, ChatGPT could lead you wrong.
We should do it.
I can see Don you had a lot of thoughts.
None
of them were said. They were said with your eyes.
Or he doesn't want to say it on the air.
They were said with your eyes. They were said with the head nod.
Yes,
but not with your mouth.
We should do a dating game with Stevie B at the holiday party.
Wow, how about that?
Well, speaking of that, Pat's got an idea for the holiday party. He's in Connecticut. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Pat?
Hey, guys. So I don't know if ESPN or Disney would ever allow this, but just a fun event for the party. But just a drinking game. Anytime you guys kind of say one of your, sort of stock responses or stock things like blood and ground, salient points, Dick from Manhattan, stay out of my pocket, Rose from Titanic. Anytime one of those things come up, everybody's got to take a drink.
It's like a Pee Wee Herman thing.
Here's the thing, Pat. Nobody's stopping you from doing it. If you want to come,
I understand. And here I am, half in the bag right now already.
Of course. And
that's a great idea for the party.
It is, but we don't. It's not illegal.
It's a bar.
It's a bar. You do what you want. If you want to have the fun with the game.
Who wants to organize it amongst those who are coming to it? And we can't be the ones organizing it.
And they have to.
Absolutely not. So yeah, maybe a shout out to the YouTube community. We can get something going.
Well, and Pat, it's also important that you come up with stuff on the board that's realistic that would be said during that show,
right?
And also that we don't know what it is.
Yes.
Right, because we know what it is.
It's performative. We don't want performative. You want authentic.
That'd be tremendous if everybody just screams and takes a shot.
Yeah, like every time it happens. Listen, there's certain things that are just surefire. Like, will Peter Rosenberg mention Jaden Daniels during the course of the show?
Never.
Probably. But today, for example, you wouldn't have drank until 6:42.
Until now.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
It was actually it was a show that I regretted watching till the very end. How I Met Your Mother.
Sure. You regretted it till the end?
When it got to the end, I'm like, why did I just waste 7 years with this garbage show?
Oh my God!
Wow.
But one of the things
that's like
was
being cheated on. Like, you thought you found the love of your life, and at the end you found out.
Well, I
she
wanted to
slept
find
with
out who the
everyone
mother
you knew.
was, and it was convoluted and just lacked creativity.
Sad.
Now, one of the girls on the show got a job as a news anchor, and it turned out she kept saying a lot. So she found out that one of her friends and their college buddies would go to bars and they would play the drinking game, and they would drink every time she would say
I've told you the story when Rick and I did shows together. And this was the very beginning of my broadcasting career, which means doing reads for me was a new thing, new concept. So a lot of flubs. There was at one point, I think like about a year in, someone called into the show, and it said it's him and a bunch of college buddies.
Wow.
And they would, every time I flubbed a read, they would have to drink. And,
wasted.
And so, yeah, there were times he's like, oh, by the end of the show, we're wasted. And Rick would laugh. So it turned into a thing. Every time I did a read, if I flubbed, Rick's like, oh, bunch of drunk college kids now.
But what she did
Middle
on
of
the
the
show,
day.
once she found that out, she just kept saying, so they would get absolutely pulverized. But no, I Dave just recently binge watched the show. I never got any word.
Dave Rothenberg?
Rothenberg, on whether he liked the ending or not. But it was, the show it was funny, and then after a few seasons, like, all right, this is not good anymore. I'm just going to stick around and see who the mother is. And it was bad.
Really?
Yeah. It was
you think
very
the writers just were like, well, we got to come up with it. We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So let's throw this together and see how it works.
There's shows like How I Met Your Mother, respectfully, that I've seen the commercials for because I watch football, and there's one of the thousands of shows that have been promoted to me by Jim Nantz at some point.
Yeah. See, that's why you get some TV shows get it right, but that's why movies and books are better, because you figure when they started writing the book or making the movie, they knew what the ending was going to be.
Correct.
But when you do TV
I won't
shows,
say it's better. It's what makes TV shows harder to stick the landing.
Well, yeah, because they probably
it's
had
almost impossible.
Because you have one season.
Right, because when they started How I Met Your Mother, maybe they just figured, we'll never know.
I know. You definitively almost always are going into it with, here's the premise, here are the characters, here's generally where it's going to go, we'll see. Writers change, people leave, new people come.
You don't know your season to season.
You don't
and then
know,
when you know this is our final season, well, I guess we're going to have to reveal.
Dude, Game of Thrones has been getting beat up about this for 10 years. Sopranos, the same thing, because people just weren't happy with them trying to tie it up.
You want to be able to go back to see the hints. That's why Sixth Sense is so good. You go back to see.
They set it all up. They knew. It's a great point. It's what the challenge is, and it's why people love 6 Feet Under so much.
But you know,
even though they didn't know that ending either.
But you know what happens in movies? Now you're going to laugh at me, but the Star Wars saga, the ending, is hysterically bad. In fact, in the theater when I watched it, people laughed as it was ending, laughing out loud because it was so preposterous.
Which Star Wars? Original?
The
OG?
The saga, the whole thing.
No,
all the way to the end.
Okay. But people laughed at the end of which one?
It's preposterous how it ended. The ending and the explanation
of the last
everything.
Star Wars?
The very last one.
Wow.
The most recent one that was made that ended the saga.
Wow.
It was
hysterically
bad. People in the theater.
Wow.
The night it opened, I was in the theater.
It's something.
Right, Anthony?
Yeah.
It's like this.
Worse than Jar Jar Binks?
Oh, no.
It's on the level.
It's on the level of like that kind of, are you guys, is this a joke? Like, is this a parody or
Someone
what?
said what?
Just.
When they announced the thing that, it was like, what?
It's really, really
The only
bad.
time I had that happen when I went to see The Godfather Part 3, there were people in the theater that laughed when his daughter was shot.
When Sofia Coppola says, Dad?
Yeah. And that's not the reaction I think he was
No,
getting.
but still an underrated movie.
I agree. I think because it gets compared to the first two, everybody trashes it.
Good
But,
movie.
hey, listen, it was nominated for Best Picture.
No, it's a damn good movie. It's Andy Garcia, for God's sake.
Dear God, yes. Don Hahn and Rosenberg till 7 on ESPN New York.
Oh, I got to talk about FanDuel. I can't believe it. Well, guys, this Thanksgiving, you know what's going down. FanDuel has a new way for you to build a parlay with your friends, your fam. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends. So, boom, here's what we're doing. Me, my brother, and my cousin, we're all going to get it cracking. Lions, Packers. I'm going to go with Packers to cover the spread. My brother wants to get in. He goes, I like the Cowboys to beat the Chiefs. Boom. And then my cousin says, well, I'm definitely going Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown. We can combine together and nail a parlay. All right? That's what we're doing on Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. What a fun way to bet on FanDuel on the holiday. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rosenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Shane is just safe and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. He's going to do the due diligence. All right, here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. They will determine who they want based off of his information. He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
DiPietro and Rosenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
The post-crib assembly press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
All right, last call, crew, till 7 o'clock. 1-800-919-3776, of course, is the number to call, as it always is. And we're going to take it right up to Dan Grossa coming up at 7 o'clock. So let's hear from Jonathan in L.A. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Fellas, I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. Won't be able to call. But first things first, I want to thank you guys for giving me at least 3 good hours of the day every day. Even though I'm working, I'm with my family. I always got you guys on. And really thankful for you guys, having the show on and putting on a great show, funny and entertaining, man. Thank you guys for that, all 3 of you guys.
We're thankful for you, Jonathan.
Thank you. And now, guys, really quick, I got a wrestling point and a Yankees point. I'm gonna make it quick. Okay. Yankees, guys, what do you guys think? For the Yankees to get better, it's not gonna be in the signing someone. It's gonna have to be trading for someone, either for Quan, for Tatis, or for someone. I think that's the only way they'll make a splash. Even if they sign Bellinger, which I don't even think they're gonna get close to Tucker. Now, guys, Survivor Series is this weekend.
Damn right.
Peter, Don, and Arlen, what do you guys think about this? I won't be able to make it to Survivor Series. By the way, Don, my son's birthday is a day before your twins' birthday, is December 3rd. So we're going to make his birthday party this Saturday, but John Cena's going to do photo ops on Friday.
Okay.
Photo ops are 10 seconds, about 7 seconds. You say hi, you take a picture, you leave. It's $480.
$480.
My son really wants to meet him. I'm going to leave it up to you guys on the other side. Once again, great shot as always.
Listen,
brother.
I can't get in your pocket. I mean, it's something that I'm sure he'd love for the rest of his life if he stays a lifelong fan of wrestling and John Cena. That's something but that's a lot of money for 10
Here's the one
seconds.
thing I say. Listen, if you've got extra money just coming out of your ears, knock yourself out. Who cares? Assuming you're working hard and every dollar you got to think long and hard about it. I probably say I wait until, because yes, John Cena's no longer going to wrestle matches. That doesn't mean John Cena's no longer going to be in the world. Like, you can still get the opportunity to bump into him.
But now
you don't think it's a little strange?
What's that?
That you're charging somebody $400 to see you for a second. That doesn't come back to you and be like, how much are we charging?
Well, but here's the interesting thing about
John.
Doing that? So John does everything. So he's the number one wish granter in the history of Make-A-Wish.
Totally understand.
But when the company asks him and says, hey, we're doing X, he just is like a company guy. So he's like, sure, this is what they do. No, it is a high price. I'm sure John is probably like,
there's a party that's going to be a little embarrassed. That just, this family, there's no chance they can afford to pay that.
A lot.
And it's like,
he said $480?
5 seconds, a picture, a smile, the autograph, and we keep it moving. It's an assembly line. It's a factory.
And they'll give you like a nice,
but they'll remember
glossy
that for the rest of their lives. And you're going to, some parents are going to look at their kid like, I'm sorry, I can't pay that for 7 seconds with a celebrity.
But you got to have it organized in some way, otherwise, you'd be there.
No, it has to be quick. That's why the problem's the money, because it has to be quick.
It has to.
The only way to do it is at 10 seconds,
and you put it on a time limit, or you put it on a number. 200 people. That's it. 200. We cut it off at 200. You better get there early because 200. That's it.
I just feel like the message I would drive to my kids is like, hey, it's cool to meet someone and get an autograph, but the truth is, you don't really have any of that great a memory. What's really cool is when you bump into someone and they're lovely and you get to say hello and have an actual human interaction with them.
That's true. Did I ever tell you about the Dave Kingman interaction I had when I was a kid?
No, it's tell.
I need to hear
Was it better than me in the Oriole Bird?
Mall.
He was my favorite player.
Yeah, Smith Haven Mall. He's with the Mets. Smith Haven Mall, Lake Grove, 70-something. I'm a little kid. My mom, big Mets fan, he's there. She takes me to the mall. We wait in a line, long line. He's signing autographs. I get up to it, right? He sees me, and he says hello, and I'll never forget it. Do you want my autograph? Because I was holding like a program or something, right? And I go, no.
I'm all set.
My mother lost her mind.
Wait.
Lost her mind.
Wait, you hit him
so
with
mad.
Yeah. I'm all set?
Yeah, I was like,
Did Dave Kingman?
I was like 5-6 years old. And that's it. I looked at him, I said, nah.
Do you ever have this moment? Now you get to have this come back to you. Do you ever have the moment when you meet a dude who's excited to meet you, and then they say to their girl or their kid, you don't know who this is? And I'm like, what? They don't. And they don't care.
Yeah.
Well, this is Don LaGreca. Yeah. And the wife's like, okay. Cool. He's the voice of the Devils.
Don't know.
I'm still all set.
That's nice.
Makes me feel great.
That's Peter Rosenberg.
I stumbled upon this on the road. Jeff Pearlman has like a YouTube show that he does, like something like Press Room Chronicles.
Yeah,
and he does a whole thing about how bad a guy Dave King was, like the worst person in the history of sports. And he just goes through, the dead rat that he sent a reporter in Oakland and just how bad he was.
Wait, so Allen
You think
did
it
a
all
good
started?
thing?
No, you think it all started that
It might
day?
have started with the
His
kid that didn't
6-year-old
want his autograph.
brat
Or you finally
doesn't want my autograph?
No,
I hate everybody.
Or you gave him his comeuppance. You're a hero, dude.
Yeah, you are. You didn't even know it.
You know, I got my comeuppance in the car afterwards. I got
Wow.
in big trouble.
I can understand. I can
she
understand
was
that.
Furious at me.
All right, we've got a big show coming up tomorrow. We're going to do all of our weekly stuff in one day. We are going to talk to Booger McFarland. We're going to have our picks, Fraud Alert Friday, that guy. Oh, it's all going to be happening. Dan Grassa is coming up next, right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up